This is the Levels Network. I'm Justin Horo, joined by the Triple OG Willie Mason and the bro Lukey Stone, who is not rocking our merch, who is rocking the competitors' merch in the Hello Sports
had to be
podcast.
done.
Shout out to 13 Plus.
13 plus too.
If there was ever a day to wear it, Lukey,
It is the day.
you get a pass.
Yeah,
But
you get
for
a
those
pass.
who have been calling for it for a while, there we go. We've got our Iron Sharpens Iron merch, Mace, and we love it. I love it.
Looks good. Feels good. Feels comfy.
Yeah.
You done well, Lukey.
Yeah, well done,
I
Lukey.
like it. I like
Shout
the
out
colour
to
too. I love the colour.
Long
Definitely.
time in the making.
yeah.
Absolutely love the colour.
A
Well
couple
done.
of differences from the merch that we dropped originally. Just more of a sort of a lighter, looser fit.
Yep.
I'm the crew neck. I love the crew neck. You're a bit of a hoodie guy, so you've
don't mind
got
the crew.
both options. We have a t-shirt
T-shirt,
as well.
hoodie, and crew.
Beautiful.
All
And
same
hats?
design.
You got hats? No hats?
No.
There's a heap of
and
hats.
it will be going out for pre-sale on Sunday night.
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday night.
Get it rocking on. I want to see
wicked one.
thousands of these, especially the t-shirts rocking Magic Round.
Yes.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah. We've
Love it.
We've waited for a long time to do this. We wanted to do it right. We had a couple of samples that we sent back because we weren't happy with them, but and more so me and Mace are stoked with this because Lukey's been working behind the scenes on this, trying to get it right, trying to get us ready for Magic Round. And
good, mate.
big fan. Actually, before I'll just show you the shirts because we've probably should have, considering it's Iron Sharpens Iron, we probably should have ironed them a little bit better. But nice and simple too. We're not trying to do anything crazy, creative here. You represent
Nah.
the levels. We like to keep it simple. That's the way we like it. That's our sort of style that we roll with. Even me and Mace, it's like fairly
White
simplistic,
shirts.
but it represents who we are, right?
Yeah, it does. It is.
So we're stoked to have.
Simple.
We're stoked to have these ready to go for you guys. You've been calling for it. Make sure, because a lot of you guys have been in the comment section messaging me directly for merch.
Yeah.
So make sure the numbers reflect it.
Get some.
Otherwise, we'll fuck it off, and there won't be any merch
I'll
coming up
burn
ever
it.
again.
I will burn it all.
Hey, let's just get to something a little bit more serious.
Yep.
And it's been a great initiative from our mate Toddy Carney.
Yes.
We're in a WhatsApp group, aren't we, Mace? And it's a GoFundMe for a brother in the rugby league community. His name is JACEK McLaurin, and playing in a trial, I believe, at the start of the year. He was playing for, it was a trial match for the Burleigh Bears. He got caught awkwardly in a tackle and landed on his head. His C4, C5 was dislocated in the tackle and lost all feeling from shoulders down. Helicoptered to Princess Alexandria, where I was put in an induced coma and had to go surgery to fuse my C4 and C5. After 2 weeks and 2 neck surgeries, I was pulled out of the coma and had a tracheostomy, Mace. Since then, my battle has been to get over the ventilator and out of the ICU. He had a message on his Instagram a week ago. And the reasons we have started a GoFundMe, which we have donated to at Levels. I did that on behalf of all three of us, Mace, and obviously got your blessing with that as well. Looking to go overseas to maximise his chances for a full recovery. Now, a spinal cord injury recovery is so different from every case, for every other case. There's no silver bullet solution, which is why we want to get the best SCI rehab clinics in the world getting into a clinic. Now, the community have already got behind him and raised $200,000, which is awesome. We've got a target of $1 million.
Yeah.
I believe we'll get that.
Easy.
Toddy has also let us know that there could be something happening at Magic Round. And we will be represented up there. For those who aren't aware, my second baby is due as of tomorrow. That is the due date.
Yeah.
So I will not be at Magic Round for the full weekend, but Lukey and Mace will be up there. And if there is something that works in the schedule, Mace and Lukey will rock up to that and be a part of it as well.
I think this is a bit close to my heart too, because I played in that game with Alex McKinnon.
Yep.
And he's a quad now, and he's and it was hard. It's hard for him still to this day, and he was backed by the NRL and the Knights, right? Money wise, and like he didn't have to pay for surgeries and that, nor he fucking should, right?
Correct.
And then life after football, he's going to be okay, right? it still doesn't make up for anything. But 200 grand is not enough. That's all I'm saying. 200 grand is not enough. He needs millions. He's got to live his life to of a decent age, like, maybe 70, 80, you know what I mean? It's going to cost money, and it's going to cost a lot of money, right? So I understand what it's going to be like, how it looks, and that's why I'm like, they've got to do something like for Magic Round. They've got to do something where they raise like $500,000, couple of mil for this kid and his family.
I wonder if Alex McKinnon will be able to give us some insight. I know
He
you
would
know
be.
Mace,
I love Macca, mate.
Do you think you could maybe reach out? This is another way we could help, sort of just get an idea of not only like life after.
I wouldn't be
the
surprised
injury,
if Macca already
isn't doing something.
No,
yeah.
hasn't reached out or something. He would do something like that's the sort of human he is because he's lived it.
Yep.
That was in 2014. Yeah, that's still traumatizing my head when I think about it.
Yeah.
I was next to him.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Just to hear I can hear the noises and shit that he was making now. See this young kid go through that. He's just trying to. It can happen, man. It could just happen. Like so simple tackle.
Been lucky enough to play in the
mate.
Nines tournament the last couple of years, and he's represented the Southside Dogs up there. Yeah. Seems like a great fella. I've had a couple of beers with in and around the people at that tournament, and he's been around and always seemed like a good human. I think he might even captain the team up there the last couple of years. So really sad story. We'll get behind him, JACEK, and support him as best we can here.
Yeah.
And if there's any other information that arrives in the next couple of weeks before Magic Round.
I just realised, I always have a lot of gratitude in my life and my career, your career. We can sit here and talk about it now.
Yeah.
We survived that whole era, right? We survived our careers without any major injuries like that, and just sit here like this and talk and walk and run and train and this and that. Fuck, gets taken away from some people. You got to put things in perspective, right?
Big time.
Fucking oath. And I always do that every single morning. Always think about how lucky, like I am and just to get through a savage sport like rugby league.
Yeah, well,
fucking brutal, mate.
That's a great perspective because there's breaking news in and around Shane Flannagan and the Dragons, which we'll get to in a little bit, but mate, in reality, to like what JACEK is going through, what Alex McKinnon's gone through before in the past.
I saw Macca, mate. I watch him suffer.
Yeah.
I've seen, he's blessed to have two beautiful kids.
Yep.
Like he froze his sperm and everything like that. So
awesome.
his lineage survives.
Yeah.
Right? It's fucking great.
Yeah, that is awesome. All right, let's get on to Sunday's games. Now, normally what we do is we normally wait a little bit for Sunday, and we've had this chat with the Newcastle Knights fan on Thursday last week that we sort of neglect Sunday's games.
Because I don't want to fucking talk about Thursdays because that was one of the lowest games I've seen. Get to Sunday.
Thursday. What was that?
Manly.
Fucking
Cowboy. I know, but it was an awful game.
It was a rough game.
Yeah, it's rough. Get to Sunday, says.
Okay, let's get to Sunday's game.
Let's get to Sunday.
Let's get fucking.
All right, before we get into Sunday.
At 4 p.m, we're going to get to that one.
We're going, in a way, we're neglecting the Knights again, aren't we? So the Knights are going to be last now. Apology, Knights fans.
All right, let's go.
But we have to address the Eels versus Bulldogs. And before we do that, as my phone gets knocked over there, no coffees have spilt. That's good. I got a bit of a present, and Lukey had told me about this. I'm unveiling it for the first time. Lukey said that the Parramatta Eels have gifted me something. They sent it to
As a former player.
As a former player. Former great Rookie of the Year 2010.
That's fucking awesome, but you got that.
Pull up. Is it up from the top?
Is it up? How do you
No, it's pull the front. No, stop. Don't rip it. Open it.
Up the other.
Come and do it, Lukey.
No, just the front bit.
That
right
bit
there.
clicks out. Flips out.
Oh, there we go.
Even I saw it.
All right, here we go.
Oh, what is it?
Hey, Justin, Blue and Gold Army, thanks you for being a part of our legacy. Eel number 715, the Eels. How good's that? That's just nice.
No, that is nice. Where's mine from the Bulldogs? Hall of Famer and shit like that, whatever.
So,
in order to boost someone up, you always have to just...
No. Yeah, no, sorry. Sorry, dogs.
Oh, this is fucking awesome.
Oh,
Certificate. Oh, wow, only 420 made.
yeah, there.
Wow. 2026. No, this is awesome.
That's awesome.
I really appreciate this, Parramatta.
Yeah, it's a mass collector's
Thanks for
item.
being
You
on
never
the-
get rid of this.
up
This
there.
is there was a few blokes wearing them yesterday.
No, Rocky
They looked
Full
all the
Junior
80s.
Butler,
Check this out. Thanks for the support. I love bleeding for the Blue and Gold. Up the Eels. Raymond Allen Price, Ray Price,
Raymond.
eel number 8. Is that right? Eel
Does it
number
have
8?
yeah, he would be.
Far out.
Does it have your name and everything on it? Or
No, they wouldn't have that.
they should have your number on it. I'd be surprised, mate. No?
So this is made for the 86 final. So it was a celebration of that yesterday.
Let me get this out of the way.
And it's...
This is awesome. This is so cool. All right,
No,
let's
that's
go.
good.
86. I was born in 86 too. I was born
awesome.
in 86.
4-2, they won home.
4-2. Yeah, Rolls was talking about the defensive battle in that grand final. Sunday, 28th September, 28th, yeah.
And then all the sleeves have patches on it as well.
That's sick.
Okay, so we didn't have a bet, Mace, but we had a couple of bets last year where I had to wear Bulldogs jerseys. And although I really, I'm grateful to the Parramatta Eels for sending me this, I want you to rock this for the episode.
Fucking assholes. What size is it?
It's an XL. It might be, you might have to take the levels
I'll
off
take them,
potentially, but there we go. We had a couple of bets last year. We didn't get around to it. It was such a good performance from our Eels. I think it's only right that you rep that on behalf of the OGs. That looks awesome. No, that looks cool.
Untuck the back.
What do you mean?
Like the collar's caught. There we go.
Yeah.
I'll make this shit look good, Parrot.
That works. Imagine the OG back in the 86 grand final.
Oh, God, you're killing me. You deserve it, buddy. Eels, we'll get to that game. Let's get to it.
Okay, do you want me to rub it in even more?
Yeah.
I told you there was a clip from Lukey that he hasn't seen yet.
Which one?
Last
What did you do?
night,
Oh, the thing I posted went full time.
Lukey posted on Instagram this.
I fucking hate you. Oh, the fucking fireworks. Hey, all right.
Yeah. No, the CommBank Stadium bit is. It's how Bieber was finishing his Coachella set.
He's pre-planned that on Thursday too,
Fucking oath,
in
yes.
preparation.
Yeah.
Or Friday.
Very nice. Oh, you cocksucker. It's pretty cool, but no. Oh, my
Everyone in the
God.
comment section was going,
You're mad
come.
fucking. It was going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
He's been going ham on his Lukey live lately.
good on him.
all
Good.
the best edits at the moment going fucking
We
Lukey
seem
Stowe's
to
private.
get nothing, eh?
Check
We
the
just-
views on
just-
our stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, we know, Luke.
Nah.
This looking good, eh?
All right, let's get to this. The Eels 38 defeat the Bulldogs 20. I actually missed the first 15, 20 minutes of this, boys, so I'm going to get you guys to help me out on it. Just the energy, who set the tone and all that sort of stuff, as I was still returning home from...
Para? You saw it?
I was calling the game for the
okay,
Roosters
okay.
nights before.
Yeah.
I got home at around the 30-minute mark, started watching the game from there. But I got a great feeling for the game anyway. I just need to help me out with the start of the game.
Could I add before, just the energy around Parramatta was
it's
like, I was at the Royal Oak across the road from the
Can I say a few little things? Like when there's a team getting honoured, right? That's why I was fucking, I wasn't ever thinking that we were going to pump you guys last week. That's just me being a fuckwit, right? But when you're representing something bigger than yourself, the 86 grand final, right? Very iconic in the game of rugby league. Like 80s was fucking crazy. The way they won, that's Ray Price on the shoulders. That's the Winfield Cup. That's
The
all
opponent?
that shit. Yeah. So
The
that's
opponent?
what. But I'm like, when you're representing that and you're Parramatta, you come out with a different ferocity, right? And different level, because even though that's generations before you, it doesn't matter. You're wearing that jersey and you fucking have a different level. Even when we just say a little bit like the 20-year anniversary for the Dogs, what did we do to the Roosters?
Yeah.
We fucking pumped them.
Yeah.
Usually when it coincides with someone representing that team, that are representing a team from like 1995. Eagles, Bulldogs, 30 years, bang, pump.
That's what I was going to say.
You know
We
what I
went
mean?
to
So
that
it's like be careful when you go to these places when they've got that fucking honor, like when they're running out, you're running past these fucking legends who have dug the well for where we are today. And it fucking means a lot. It's fucking passionate, mate. And that's what you fucking get. And if you're not ready to fight fire with fire and you're somehow got to get up to that level of where Para got to, and it's fucking hard.
Well said, Mace, on behalf of the Eels and also
and
the
well
86 team. Absolute
Fucking oath.
legends of the club. Even by the time I started watching it, they were panning up to them sitting up there in the box too. Like Sterlo looked super locked in.
They would have been proud, mate.
They would have been.
They would have been proud.
They're also not used to the modern day social media, engagement. And they did the team song after, and they were celebrating the team song, and you could just see all the OGs sitting back. Not to say that they were. They
would have had their own song.
Yeah, they would have had a different song.
A few more.
A few more swear words. A few more swear words. But also, like, cameras in there, and they're a little bit reserved because it's just not something you could tell. There was never
cameras in the sheds till like late 90s.
Yeah. But it was still cool to see all the engagement in and around the OGs. Mate, they got off to it because this is the part I missed. I missed the Karaz try, and I missed there you go, perfectly. I rocked up just when Ronald Volkman scored. That's when I started watching. Yes.
Oh.
So Karaz, the Bulldogs started well because they scored the first try. So what did they?
Let me tell you who set the tone. Junior Barlow.
Yep.
Fucking oath. I think by the 65th minute, none of our forwards ran over 100.
Yeah, well.
Big time. He's already ran for, I think his first stint, 120 metres. Like, he set the tone. Every run that he did was not, he can sometimes fall into that trap of like a bit of stepping because he's got the mad skill, right? He's got mad skill.
Yep.
But when the big fucking boy wants to go, I'm going at you.
Through the middle,
not even trying to step you. Good luck trying to get me.
Awesome.
Late offloads. He set the tone massive. I was looking at it, someone's got to try and get him. Good luck trying to get him.
How did Jack de Bellin go on his first?
He went good. What did we say?
Yeah, he
just simplified it and just went, you know what? I'm 167 kilos of the best, fucking full on muscle, hard to handle, tackle people, fucking smashed everyone, and just ran it. Didn't give a shit about shape, and he just got it. He got the ball and he ran hard. I'm not sure about his stats. Check his stats now, so I can say them later. But they set the platform, and fucking Jack Williams, and they just did. And I thought our boys were in. It was a fucking good game, mate.
6 runs, 50 metres.
That's all right.
That's all right. You got fuck all. The runs that I saw were
in 29 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's all you can do.
I more wanted him to keep it simple offensively. This is what I said last week, right?
He did.
And bash people defensively because that is his bread and butter. Yeah. He's got some of the best tackle technique in the competition.
And so if you give him 50 minutes, he's going to get over 100 metres.
Yes.
But Junior was the man. They just played really well. Like Moses kicked us out of the game, right?
Yeah.
He was on one of those games. I'm not sure his kick meters. I reckon it would have been about 700 meters.
Even with
have a look
at the back end of the game when Bronson Sherry actually ran over him to score a try. It was one of the best tackles on a defender who scores over
772.
What's that?
772. Yeah. I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, you're not a stats
But he
guy.
kicked the shit out of the ball. He kicked him out of yardage. So it helps when you got a guy like him. Their back three ain't big.
Yeah.
You got Joash Papali, and you've got
Ronald Volkman.
Kelly.
The back three.
Brian Kelly was awesome.
Brian Kelly was outstanding.
Best game he's played.
Outstanding. And who's the other winger?
Attica.
Yeah,
Foxy.
They're not known for getting out of yardage. Yep. So when they do, Joash was just taking it as much as he could. He was copping his licks and everything, like ex-Bulldog player, right? Yep. So he's going to have that extra bit of fucking, all right, you got rid of me, I'm fucking you up.
Yep.
At that attitude. Kelly come in, strong, late offloads. Fox does Fox shit, man. I don't care about Fox's play twos, and when he scores tries like he fucking did down the sideline, see you later. Then you get one or two more hit-ups maybe. Then boom, you might be in your own. It's like Birdo, right? You don't really care about. We don't have to make 50 meters on our back on that set because we got Moses to kick the shit out of it, and that's what Birdo does. But I haven't seen Birdo kick that much in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
which I don't know. I mean, his groin must be playing up.
Okay,
but the way they played, Bulldogs were up for the game. Do not fucking think that we weren't up for the game.
Yep.
And I was watching it because I didn't watch it because I had a few things on. I didn't watch it live. And then I looked at the game. I went, fuck off.
You've seen the result.
We got beat.
Go back and watch it.
Yeah. And then
it's a great way to watch the game.
I like watching the game. Like I went, how? Now I want to know how we lost. And then, so it's a good way to watch those games, actually.
You're right. Lockie Galvin, 15 kicks again, dominating kicks. Matty Burton, only 4 for 111.
It's his groin. It's got to be his groin.
And hammy is definitely... and again, these are the sorts of things at the back end of the season, and not just give you guys excuses, but players in general play with these sorts of injuries all the time. Matt Burton is clearly not 100%, but his team
he looks
needs
good
him.
with his running game.
But
it's a different.
It might be the difference between a proper fucking 10-meter burst than just giving it 5 and then trying to like taper down. Like this little.
Yeah, that left edge looked unreal. What the fuck does Kikau do? Like, so Kikau had 4 hit-ups.
Yeah.
And he did about 1 or 2 in the last 6 minutes, which I'm not counting. Give him the ball. Fucking feed the big dog, mate. He's our best, most constructive player. Like, and our middles, like Sam Hughes, I thought he played good. I thought he played all right. I thought Leo Thompson, I wasn't expecting big minutes or any sort of, he's just going to get back into the game. But like when we got some of the best like back rowers in the game, right? We got Kicks, we got Presto. We got to have plan B with Presto. Go around the back, please, Galvin.
Yeah.
Sometimes we create so much and they all come into Presto. I hope to God he's just trying to do this for a couple of weeks and then bang, hit Connor Tracy at the back. Because there was times if you pause it and they hit Preston, it's 4 on 2. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to pull the trigger, especially when it's 20 out. That fan shape, fucking try. That's what the Roosters do. That's what Souths do. That's what the fucking Penrith do. Because they go, okay, back row's going to get. You got to hit out the back, mate. You got to. It happens about 6 times every fucking game.
I understand the trap. I get
the trap, but you haven't even tried to use Plan B.
Yeah. But this is Ronald Volkman to begin his career, and even last week, he defensively that is not his strength. They had so much joy against the Premiers, Mace. So I can understand thinking, all right, Plan A is Plan A plus for this game, and just try to force it, and eventually they will eventually fold. Credit to Ronald Volkman, who consistently put his body in front the entire game, because by the time I'd started watching, I was thinking, oh, yeah, for sure they would have had some joy down that edge, and it's something that we probably didn't talk about enough. But by the end of the game, it was like they were getting frustrated because they were expecting it to happen. They would have watched the video and it's like going to plan. He
went through once, I think, Presto, so it set up a try. But like I'm just thinking, like the amount of opportunities that he does create, and Presto, full credit to him. He don't drop balls. He fucking hits. He cops the contact on hit on contact, everything like that. But I'm like, he's creating so much out the back right now. Surely Galvin can see that.
Yeah,
surely. Like we're fucking seeing it.
Yeah, it'd be something.
You've just got to go. Okay, because they're trying to protect Volkman, right? And any left 3, you're always trying to protect him. So the center's shoulders always turned in again. It fucking massive late fan shape. Boom, 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 hands, try.
Namva was on that edge too, wasn't
they? They had fucking people who had played less than 20 games in 3 positions.
They had
on, man.
They had 8 players for the Eels who played less than 20 games.
So we're better than that. We just didn't execute. We were up for this game. I'm not going to say we played bad or anything. Para are just a little bit better. Well, they executed better. The ball movement was outstanding from both teams. High quality game.
Yep, good conditions.
There was no fucking sick. This is another thing. I'm going to give credit to the refs, right? I think they must have sat down their little fucking Knights table and went, "We're fucking the game up, and let's just see it play."
No, I've got some something for you.
Let's see it play without these 6 to go every fucking 2 seconds, right? There was only 3 or 4 6 to goes in that Para Canterbury game.
Second least amount this year.
Yes,
and I already have Sonia that I've been sleeping on for a little bit.
Yeah, and I thought
I need to help you explain this part because it will help your point. There are referees in the competition that blow a lot less than others, and Kennedy let a good he let Rhythm get into the game, didn't he?
Yep, and they all played. And it was like, look, the version I saw on the weekend of some games, even like the Knights and the Roosters game, we'll get to. High quality game. Like once, it's around round 7 and everything, everyone starts getting,
teams
they understand, they adjust, they know what's going on. You sort of copy and paste about what Penrith's doing, okay? What are they doing? They just they run. If you've got a good back 5, get out of yardage, get to your kick, and then have a look at the +2, +3 after the kicks. You jam them down there so they don't get any field position, all that kind of stuff, So the ball movement's great. Defensive systems are getting back into shape. They're fit now.
Yep.
Right, you're not getting blown off the park.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
got game fitness now
across the board. Everyone's match fit, so your middles are doing good stuff. Like we'll get to that. The Roosters game, they look fit, they look strong, they look like everything. Most of these teams have got that, right? So it looked like a pretty even contest. The Sunday ticket. Both games could have went either way. Then you look at whoever can take advantage of when you do get a just say they fuck up around about their 40, you get an attacking set and execute it, right? Don't just sit down there and have 3 or 4 sets and get nothing. You got to come away with points.
Yep.
And they did all the time. They did, and so did we. Huh? Cherry went down the sideline. That was a fucking great move.
Here's a comment from 322. Get them eels up, you boys. Not sure how this Panthers curse seems to get their opponents the following week, even with the doggies, in the case that they got the win against Penrith. The precision that the Dogs had against Penrith either wasn't there this week or the Eels did enough prep to rattle the Dogs with their assignments. Love the pod. Can't wait to hear the breakdown for this one. 322. There has only been one result for the team that has played the Panthers the following week. And that was unique situations and circumstances. Do you know who the only team is to win after playing the Panthers
Warriors?
this year?
No, not this year.
This year.
No.
Is it the Broncos?
Hang on.
It is. I will give it to you. It is the Roosters when they returned to Brookvale for the Ches game.
Yeah, they've been good ever since.
There's been an added incentive to that game too, right? The deflation that teams get after playing Penrith is a real thing. Yeah. Mace, you could probably speak on this during your time.
It takes it out of you. Melbourne were like that.
Melbourne were like that. I'd imagine after playing your Dogs of War during your era, you look at the stats.
Roosters are like that.
Teams just put all that energy into getting up for such a big game. Win or loss, it is clearly affecting the opposition. Now it's a big watch for the Dolphins this week. The Dolphins will go up against who I saw it before. Now who are they playing? They're playing a decent opponent. The Wars. Yeah. They're playing the Warriors.
Telling you what,
there's
some fucking great football around.
Yep,
this is a great year. Like I'm sitting here. Remember last year we were sitting here going, "Fuck, Super Saturday sucks." The last game, I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think it's a bad game to be played.
Every matchup you can go.
Every game you're like, and this is what Philandes wanted, right? This is what the game wants. The fans want it. Everything's an equal contest. No one's an outlier. I mean, Penrith were for the first 6 weeks. Now they're human again, right? Little bit human, but this is what we want.
Yeah,
we're sort of sitting here talking, excited as fuck. Parra just beat the Dogs, and fucking Newcastle's in the, going toe to toe with top 4 teams, and mate, it's outstanding.
Yeah, that has been fun to watch.
Great coaching, it's awesome.
Just on coaching the Bulldogs, this is the part when I had heard the late change, and Ari Twala was missed as well. Hasn't he been good? So he did his hammy and captain's run.
Yeah, it sucks. I got a lift from the Hozzy this morning. And obviously the depressors were on. So that's why I know about what Cyril was saying. Sunday depressors. So I was watching Sunday depressors on the way here. I was just finishing off some games.
Yeah, we were discussing...
It was interesting. Sorry. It was interesting because I never really watch it. Yeah. And just the difference between, he was saying, he goes, have a look when they lose. 2-minute 30 presser. When they win, fucking Robbo, this is at you. 12-minute presser because you won. It was hilarious. And so you should celebrate the wins, tell everyone to get fucked pretty much, and then
Robbo, that is not a direct attack on you.
No. All of them. Robbo, he's 2-minute loss if he loses, and it's a 10-minute plus if he wins. God love you.
Benji's been dishing up some good ones.
Yeah, don't just say that. You're just targeting Robbo now.
No, sorry. And then I'm like, we didn't look at the others. And then, because all you said was like, look at the difference, but I only saw Robbo.
Yeah.
And then I saw other ones.
That.
Yeah,
like a little mini
Robbo. Fuck, I love Robbo. All the coaches were like that. It was very, very, very similar.
Fozzie's went for 22 minutes.
What?
No, many. Fosball continues.
Started a podcast.
Webster's got that. He thinks it's a podcast after he wins.
Webby's good regardless.
Benji's been good in the depressors.
Yeah, Benji was good. Now all you guys will stop talking about us, he reckons. I love it.
I love it.
What would you have done? Is there any other changes? Like I know, Ciro makes decisions. These are part of the decisions, but they had Jonathan Sewer on the bench. They ended up playing him a little bit later on. He said that he thought it was a big change for a guy that's only played one game. My pushback on that is, Mace, Parramatta had 8 players that played under 20 games. It's not like you're playing the Penrith Panthers. I would have played Sewer, moved Karaz to the centres potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a lot of other options. When we
Karaz ended up getting injured as well, so there's another problem for you in the back line. Hopefully Steve Crichton returns next week. But so yeah, Josh Curran, funny one out in the centres.
Josh Curran, I know he didn't do anything wrong, but if you're that left centre, you're not really worried he's going to fucking shake and bake you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I love Cuzzy. I think he goes good. He's an out-and-out forward. He's an out-and-out middle. He can play edge. And obviously, Ciro trusts him with his – he was out there just to tackle.
Yep.
I think. He wasn't out there to do anything else but defend good. And he did his job. But us going right was just to go to Preston.
Well, maybe that's why he's playing early.
It was a
so
one-trick
much.
pony. That's where we were on the
Was
right.
that a part of the decision to play short all the time? Because you
that's
don't
what
have
I'm
a
thinking.
strike,
Well,
strike
all he
centre.
had to do was hold his width. I'm just talking about all he had to do was pretty much catch a pass if you got the ball, if they went around the
on
back.
fan shape.
Yes, fucking easy.
Or,
Right,
but
so
what about the difference for Galvin having a genuine tunnel ball where he can just go boots out to
he'll
Tuala?
catch the ball, mate. Yeah, I know, but like, Curran's, he's got good hands. I mean, I'll just say if they put you in the centres, you can do a job.
Yeah, I'll do a job, but also like, and
We're not going to change it. We're not going to move the needle.
Yeah, I played centres probably about half a dozen times in my career. I know for a fact, Hainsey, who was my left 5'8" at times, stayed predominantly on the right edge.
I played,
and I was doing a lot of yardage carries and just trying to defensively. That was my mindset, just making sure.
I played centre for one play in Origin.
I remember you
That's
told
right.
this young.
Willie Tonga.
Yeah.
Got to trust me, Rooney. You got to trust me. Come in, boom, try. I said, "You gotta trust me, Rooney. What are you doing?"
Did that hurt even more because it was Big Pimp?
Yeah, because I knew he was going to go outside, so I just went just did my best. Rooney come in, he's too good.
What did Tong say at training the next week? Anything?
Come on, bro. I said, I had you, Tong. I had you. You know it. He goes, come on, bro. He just hit me with the come on, bro. I said, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I said, Rooney fucking didn't trust me. Anyway, but like, yeah, I don't know. My option would have been if Tuala went down, I'm not sure where SOS is at the moment. I would have put him at halfback. And then put Galvin at 6, put Birdo left centre, then you can fuck around with Birdo or whatever. And you still got Cherry there. You got genuine centres there. You got genuine strike as well.
Yep.
So that would have been mine, but like I'm not the coach.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't know how SOS is. So he might be injured, he might be busted because he wasn't on the bench, was he?
No.
So I'm not sure where he was there, but I think there was other options.
He removed O'Sullivan from the 6-man bench 2 weeks ago before Penrith as well. So I'd imagine, how come he hasn't come up on the injury report? That's strange. Ethan. Yeah, he's not there. So
Do you think it's just to not remove the pressure is the wrong word, but is it to remove him from the equation of being an option of coming on to make
no,
him
they
play?
shouldn't
Not
do
for
that.
because that's why you
not
bought.
the reason you do it.
That's why you bought
Yeah.
a guy like Sean O'Sullivan. So when someone goes down, you can sort of fix it. And we've got so many pieces in that team where we're like, oh, you can, just say if it was me, I'd be like, fuck, we're going to do Chihuahuas down. I need a genuine centre. All right, Cherry, get to the right side for just one game. Birdo, go left. Galvin, go 6. SOS coming for one game. That's it. That looks better than putting fucking Curran at right centre because you still need a bit of strike.
Coaches are still figuring out the 6-man bench.
Yeah.
Tactically,
I'm still figuring it out.
the pressure that is associated with it, making the right decision, making sure you got those cover, trying to get minutes into certain players. It's still a work in progress. This is the first year. I've got an example which we'll talk about in the Broncos game a little bit later on, which is devastating for one of their players. I'll explain it later on as we get to breaking down that game. I'm just looking at have a look at the fucking depth chart or the injuries for the Broncos too, by the way. Corey Pake's head knock, he'll return this week. Paddy Carrigan suspension the following week. All looks tougher eye. Reece Walsh cheekbone, round 11. Ben Takura is doing that NFL Pathways program. Blake Moser, Ben Takura. You know, the big
boy,
6'6" front row. Blake Moser, broken jaw, round 13. Ben Hunt, knee, round 14. Deloise Hoyter, leg, round 15. Grant Anderson, knee, round 16. Payne Haas to be confirmed. I'm hearing it's 6 to 8 weeks, MCL. And Billy Walters, ACL, he could be the end of the season. They are down to their 5th choice hooker. Do you know that?
No. I didn't know they had 5.
So, first choice would be...
Is it Kerrod Walters?
First choice is son of or nephew of. No, Corey Pakes is their first choice hooker. Ben Hunt is their hybrid backup. Billy Walters was that last year. Blake Moser is their young emerging hooker. And they had Bukowski debut on the weekend. Crazy.
So what topic is this for the timestamp? We've just sort of...
No, this is
into
just
random.
tangents.
I don't even know. My screen's
We were looking at Bulldogs injuries, so we're just still Eels versus Bulldogs.
This is what my screen looks like.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now you take it
it's
apart.
black. Man, that's crazy.
A lot of injuries this round.
That's the thing that could derail the Broncos season.
Oh,
That's it, is injuries, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and depends when they get, as long as there's no season ending injuries and they jag games like they did yesterday or on Saturday, they're all right. Like, because they could have easily got beat there.
I've got my notes for later on. I think it is a pivotal game for them going back to back.
Yeah, they've got to.
They'll look back if they
They've
do.
got to string it together. They've got to string about 3 or 4, I reckon.
If they raise the trophy at the end of the year, winning a game like that at Campbelltown with a team that was pumped up, I think it would be huge.
Yep, massive.
Before we move on to the rest of the games, that was just an outlier. We don't normally do that, but it was Eels versus Dogs, and Mace looks fucking awesome in that bomber jacket as well.
Surely the Dogs have got one to send me. Aaron Warburton. Come on, son.
There'd be a Dogs one out there. Similar colourway.
Yeah, our blue's better, but
Ours is way better.
this looks good, eh?
Yeah, it does. The yellow compared to the white.
I like
blue.
the yellow, yeah.
Yeah. Lukey Life 13 plus, how good. This one comes from Broden Baydeen, and I actually had someone DM me this as well. OG went after a bit of a spray on PK of Kenty Blitz fame last week, and Broden Hoz in struggle street during the spray. Ha ha ha. Big Mason spot on though. Now, someone also asked me why I didn't jump on.
Got to let the big guy go.
3 reasons. All right, you let me go on rants when I'm getting after the referees. You were clearly on a rant, which I was enjoying too, by the way. So I was not in struggle street.
I think they'll just mix the struggle street with like, go there, go.
Exactly.
You're whipping me home.
So you were fired up. I just wanted to let you roll. The second part of it is I saw the comment section for the clip, and I had already seen that Walshy and Trell had both commented on it. So they'd had their say.
It's good.
And the last bit of it, and I still haven't done it because I've got my reasons for it. I actually didn't watch the clip. So I had nothing to add in.
You just looked at the comment. Is that all?
Yeah. So when I sent it to the group, this is the context from how Mason had seen the original clip. I had said, how funny is this, boys? Took a screenshot, and it was Walshy replying on Trell's behalf and then Trell getting the comments.
Yeah.
That's it. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
And this is going to sound condescending.
Have you watched it now?
No, I haven't. Because...
Do you want to watch it?
No. I don't need to, Mason. I've got my reasons for it. And this is going to sound like a dig, and it's going to sound really condescending, and I'll give you reasons of why I watch content and the people who I watch. I don't watch Kenty for that content. Not to say I don't watch Kenty at all, man. Luke, you've mentioned this before. If it's drama, if it's journo stuff, it's behind the scenes. If it's club affiliated stuff, I'm not going to just completely rissole Kenty here, but I don't watch Kenty to hear his opinion on players and their legacy and all that. Mm-hmm. So once I seen that was the post and Latrell and Walshy had commented, I didn't even need to watch it because I don't care for it. Like I said, that's why I watch Kenty. Because we're so busy and trying to put out our own content, or also like I also love
we control our own narrative.
I love to watch NFL content as well. I've got to be really particular with the amount of time I spend on watching content. So if I'm watching content, like I said, if it's drama, if it is what would be another, like the Zach Lomax situation for me.
Yeah,
I was watching some of the Kenty stuff around that.
Disruptor.
He had mail. You could tell he had mail.
Yeah, he had mail on it, right? So that's the stuff when I look and go, all right, he knows management, he knows clubs, officials. Like that's where I get information and watch stuff with Kenty.
You listen to him and then you listen to somebody else and you start making your own.
You can tell that he's got details and not everyone is, what's the word for it? Has the, anyway.
Agenda?
Not agenda.
No, he's got mail.
He has information that other people just don't have.
Yeah, because he just picks up the phone calls. People.
And then these are other examples, and just so it doesn't seem super condescending towards Kenty on that. But if I want to have a laugh and look at content where people were taking the mickey out of a certain situation, it's Tom and Eddie from Hello Sports, right?
Yeah.
Same.
If it is footy IQ, at the moment, right now, my favourite, and if I was to see someone break down a player and what they're doing right now, like Kenty was trying to do with
I know
Latrell,
who you're going to.
Who?
Blake.
No, he's doing an awesome job.
Yeah,
shout out to Blake Austin.
Blake Austin's doing a great job.
He has some really strong constructive criticism.
Yeah, I like Blake Austin.
And even though I don't agree with all his takes, we've sat and done some work together at SEN. I love that he's detailed. I love that he has the information. But my number one right now is Luke Keary. Anytime anything Luke Keary pops up for me, I'm watching it, and he can, mate, he will dissect coaches, teams, players, and do it the right way.
Yep.
I feel like he's the person. If he was having a crack at Latrell for whatever reason, not to say that's the example, I would sit and watch that clip for sure. If it's shape and trends, I've always liked watching Maddie and Cooper. I feel like that show.
I think they're awesome.
We're rewatching clips.
Two smart humans.
Yeah, breaking down film, all that sort of stuff. And for Supercoach, which I'm heavily invested in right now, it's my man Timmy Williams at the Supercoach Playbook. So that's why I didn't watch it. And then that's why I didn't have a take. I wasn't just, someone was telling me I left you, like, this is a DM as well. They're like, oh, you left Mace out to dry. I'm like, no, I didn't. I just didn't watch the clip. But Latrell clearly watched it. And he took it personally. He also, check this one out. You're going to love this, Mace. I don't know if you've been on social media as much over the weekend. But Latrell's post was, obviously he probably watched it. I couldn't say with full certainty that he did, but he did comment.
He would have fucking
He made a pretty
something.
good case for himself why he should be in the centres.
And then he posted this after the game.
What did the caption say?
Here's my legacy. With his young fella on top of his...
Oh, and this is like with Paul Kent, right? Obviously, he was on 360 and he could say just some stuff like, you know, he had a really strong opinion about people getting in trouble, about that news stuff, right? News.
Yep.
Good. That's you. You're a journo, mate. When it comes to footy, buddy, this is our fucking wheelhouse, right? You do not comment on fucking people's legacies and if he's a better fullback and it's going to ruin anything. There's too many journos out there that are trying to talk fucking shape. I'm sick of seeing the shit. Shut the fuck up and just do what you're good at and report on the news. I think I was listening to fucking David Riccio talking about shape. I said, oh my fucking God, I nearly fucking spewed, right? And there's a lot of these journos on 360 and that. I want to hear Braith, and when they get the legends on, like they get Rennie on, they get Gowie and all that, you talk footy then. I do not want to hear Bulldog or Riccio or Brent Reid talk about shape and footy and bullshit like that. Paul Kent, you're in my fucking wheelhouse now. This is about footy. You just talk about your fucking news, and I love that. You talk about Latrell. Oh, he's not a centre and this and that. You don't understand how the game is now, mate. Have a look at how Dufty played. Wayne's not dumb. He's got the best left centre in the world. Why do you want to play him at fullback? Why do you want to play him at fullback? Dufty absolutely murdered it. Latrell scored 4 fucking tries and just go, fucking please, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? I looked at that and went, are you doing it for clickbait? Are you doing it to trying to get relevant again? Because I'm telling you what, the podcast world will fucking destroy you if you don't know what you're talking about. So just stick to fucking news and people getting done DUI and shit like that. Other than that, fuck off.
Hey, I will say, right?
I love you, Kenty.
Because I actually listened to
Oh, did you?
all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time as well. Like
Yeah.
his pod.
Yeah, you're a big
frequently.
fan, eh? Yeah.
Big
You
fan.
just hate the Players podcast, don't you?
Yeah, go to the journos, mate.
Yeah.
Way,
That's
way,
how I get my
way
shade.
more informative.
I will say,
And don't come at Latrell, right? It's just it's low hanging fruit, right? And he's a big name, and I know what he's doing, right? I know what his little mindset, Paul Kent. And everything. You don't know what's going on, mate, in the rugby league world. You're good at news. You're a good journo. You're not that anymore. That's done, right? So understand how football is played and what the fuck is going on with possession, with everything like that. That's something that you don't know. Maybe watch our fucking podcast and learn. Love you, Kenty.
I will say this. I want to add to this. I love the passion. I love the strays that the doctor, Ricky O. Who else
mate.
got it? Reedy,
Fuck it.
Bulldog.
They're talking shape.
They've also got, so here's what I will say. They've also got to feel I'm not opposed to constructive criticism. If they were talking about legacy type stuff, that's where I just think it's super
don't
uncalled
ever
for.
say that.
In saying that too, like, this is not an argument, but this is a discussion we've had a couple of times with regards to, you don't necessarily have to have lived it to talk about the game.
No, you don't.
Be constructive or have a take. But with regards to the legacy part and selections, like where
he doesn't have faith in Latrell because he's not fit enough.
Yeah.
No, this is the way the game is played. If you understand how the trends, have a look at the little fullbacks, mate. You know, you look at the little fullbacks who can catch the ball. Dufty takes 20. Latrell don't do that. He gives out stat sheets that no one can fucking do, right? And we all knew that. You know, when he went to go to play fullback, he's not done. Fullback money's over $1 million. You know, they try and cap you in the centres, right? 900, 850, 900. Nah, you get 1.3
I
mil.
will say that
A little bit. Would add a little bit to do it.
Here's what I'll just push back slightly on that. Money is always a factor for players for sure. But a couple of years ago, there was, to what you're talking about now, the progression of the game, the 6 agains. There are examples of fullbacks like GI before him, Tommy Turbo that was doing it with him at the time, where big fullbacks were having a real impact on the game. So a positional change for a guy who was sitting in the centres at the Roosters, who probably thought he could play fullback, and have more influence on the game. I'd imagine that would have been a part of the decision for Latrell originally.
Because,
the pay packet does help.
Because I think back then fullback was the premier position, wasn't it? With that in that era, like you had Turbo, you had Teddy.
Fair question.
Yeah, you had all these gun fullbacks, killing it, right? And the lefts and the centers weren't really the guys anymore.
Yeah.
Now, because of the game is sped up, you're getting more one-on-ones.
Yep.
Have a look at it. More opportunities. The middles aren't coming up. They don't have time to come back, put inside pressure on really fucking crazy like they used to back then, because the 6-to-go rule wasn't really implemented back then.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing these battles where you can go boom, 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 early ball to Latrell. He's getting one-on-one.
Well, see, here's the difference, Mace. Now, back in the day, in order to strip a defensive line on the edge right at the end, you'd need a player that could execute a 3-on-2.
Yeah.
You don't need it anymore.
No.
Check out the way that Dufty scored against Flannagan.
Yeah.
Fan shape out the back, show and go, stiff arm one-on-one. The wide spaces out wide.
Yeah.
That's where that's where the game has changed.
The spaces are bigger.
Yeah.
Right? Because the middles aren't. The middles are getting acclimated to the speed of the game. Right? So by the back, they're sort of getting their legs under them now, right? But the attack, if you've got a good attacking team and you know what's going on, you're not really bashing through the middle that much, right? If you are, you're just trying to get in between the C and D defender and fucking go as hard as you can, right? And then try and speed the ball up, speed it up so you can just get 1 or 2 quick ones. And then you've got these guys coming back third man into the line, not knowing where to go, fullbacks telling them, and then you've just got so many smart halves and so many strike weapons out wide and back rolls that are hitting holes like Preston and kicks and they're outstanding. So it's you better have the defensive systems are so important right now. Right, that's why Penrith are outstanding. That's why Melbourne's still pretty good. They're obviously on a bit of a down, but if you've got the full package, like a Penrith, you're hard to stop. And even you can't even stop South if you're
I'll tell you the prototypical size right now for the fullbacks, and that's a part of this discussion as well. Watching Teddy yesterday,
I was going to say, yeah,
right. It's the short area quickness and acceleration.
Yep. Keanu Kinney.
It's the conditioning. Keanu's a bit light.
Bit lighter. Weeks.
The prototypical would be right now Teddy, Weeks, Edwards, who else? Connor Tracy, I think is a good size. Clearly fit enough to fitness is huge, mate. Mate, if you're a fullback currently at your club and you are not top 3 in bronco testing or conditioning testing,
forget about it.
You really shouldn't be playing the position. And I would say the absolute, for me, if I was coaching a team right now, the threshold or the height or the maximum height and sort of size would be no taller than Jureen Buller and Hamiso Tabuai.
Oh, yeah, the Ream's pretty tall, man.
Yeah. Like those guys.
Slender.
Slender enough, fast, explosive enough. The acceleration is just enough. The 2 examples where I think the game has gone past them at fullback are Latrell. That's why I think he's currently sitting in the centres and just absolutely dominating.
Yep.
And even Turbo, which we'll get to in a little bit. I think, once you look at the way that Cole, and I've said this now before, the hardest part of the Foz conversation that he's going to have with Turbo is trying to convince him that it's not about him personally.
Yeah. Have a look. I'll be going. Look at Latrell.
The game has gone past it. It honestly has. You can't be 6'4", 6'5", 110 kilos now and be a fullback. It's just, it's too much, mate.
Too much, mate. Because of the speed of the game, the high speed grinds that they're trying to do. Your heart rate's probably sitting at 180 the whole time.
But mate,
you are fucking
and I want to explain this as well. Can there be blocks of 4 to 6 weeks where we see Tom and Latrell thrive and play and fill in and dominate? Yet, don't get me wrong, that can still happen. But for 27 weeks,
3 Origins.
3 Origins because I
Tests.
expect all 3.
Yeah,
Like if they were
tests.
fully
if
fit.
if you're fully fit and what you're playing at the
Yeah.
high level, for those guys that are the output that they're doing, the training, and I mean, I'm all over the what they're doing at training and everything like that. It's a lot.
Yeah.
You'll break down. You know, these other guys, they're very durable, the ones that you were saying. It's durability. It's high speeds.
The durability comes from size, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, you don't have long levers, do you?
Yeah.
You're not fucking, look at, hey, Trell is what, 6'3", 6'4". Turbo was 6'5" easy. He's my height,
Yep.
right? And the output that they're doing, the power that they've
Are there any
got,
other tall ones?
not really, not like that. I mean,
let's go through the ladder.
How tall would you say?
Gutho?
No.
No, well, you know what? It's
he's a
sort of going
perfect
away.
size.
It's sort of going away from Gutho as well, especially
Well,
if you don't
Gutho's
have that
injuries
speed and
fucking-
acceleration.
yeah.
Right. So Gutho's another example. I think Gutho now, to finish off his career, he will have to move into the centres. I think in years past, because he's clearly got the motor that is required for it.
Yeah.
But he's just the acceleration in the defensive line right now. He's got the effort for it,
yeah.
and he's got the will. He might not have the speed.
But because back rolls are so fast, because back rolls are so fast, right? So just say if you're a back roll trying to get in between the foot at the 3-man, right, and then you got Gutho around the back, you're not worried about getting to Gutho, right? You're worried about trying to get to KO Weeks, Kinney, fucking all these elite fullbacks.
Jai Gray, Matt Duffy.
They'll fucking skin you, right?
Yep.
They'll skin you. But you can check on the lead here, right? Okay, 4-man's got him, fucking straight out the back. You're not really concerned about Gutho like he was. He did have that pace when he first sort of hit the scene from 2000 and just say 11, 12, 13, 14, to 2010s.
Yep.
He was on. But
Yep.
like injuries catch
Lost a
up.
step.
You lose a meter. But the beauty of like the Latrells and the Turbos, they've got the skill set to play centre and play at a high level.
Yeah.
Do you know what
So
I mean?
I
Like,
think
if
Gutho
credit-
could
if-
as well.
Yeah, not as good as fucking.
Oh yeah, I know.
Not
There's
as good.
levels.
Yeah.
But I think he could make the
He could
transition
easily
is
play
my
centre.
point. Yeah.
He'd be a great defensive player. He'd be a great communicator and everything like that. But like where Trell and Turbo, like, I'm not surprised if Trell. I wouldn't be surprised if Trell and Turbo are the centres for New South Wales.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not with Turbo's injury.
No, just say if Turbo was still playing at fullback and everything like that. Obviously, Critter's going to come back in there, but he might be underdone. Brad, I don't know.
He could have been on the wing at least.
Could it be? I would have picked him on the wing. Sorry, I would have Critter, and then they could swap around and everything. Like, it's just fucking. They've got that much talent. They're just pure footballers, and then you go, okay, where can I put you?
All right, here's one from Gin and Tonic from last week. I think we covered most of that, right? There you go. I had Mace's back on that one.
Yeah.
I promise you. This one comes from Gin and Tonic, G&T. And we're talking about Adam Fanua-Blake and flying over to Perth last week.
Oh.
You've got Xavier Willison, who is a Mr. Stand on Business. And then you've got Adam Fanua-Blake flying to Perth, Mr. Sit in Economy.
I saw that actually.
He's a like Gin and Tonic. He
I
writes
love Gin and Tonic.
He writes so much shit in our comments all the time, and there's some real good stuff. And
Little
sometimes
throwaways.
I'll add stuff through to the keeper. But we got some information around Moana Pacifica. Now we are not a rugby union podcast, but we love all sports and we love rugby union. So here's some information that I got from some of our listeners. That actually probably was the most
Informative.
and the most amount of comments that we received from a topic last week. This one's from Daniel Wilson. Moana was based in South Auckland and for a time was based at Mount Smart. Unfortunately, the popularity of the Wars coinciding with the fact that they've been relatively successful of late made it too hard to compete with the Blues, which is Auckland's first team. It's a testament to the growth of league in New Zealand. Also, Artie hasn't been at Moana this year because he left for a sabbatical in Japan's rugby comp. So there's some information from Daniel. Similar to Daniel Wilson, he was sort of first, so I put him first. But the Linksy had a more detailed take on it. Hey boys, L1 from day 2. I grew up playing rugby for about 15 years here in New Zealand and never gave league a chance. Now I can't stand watching rugby union or just rugby in general. Or Super Rugby, or just rugby in general. I watch at least 6 to 8 NRL games each weekend and the 2 potties every week, trying to learn and fully understand the finer details of the game and look for what the OG says during live play. Wish I converted sooner. It's sad to say, but it was pretty easy to tell that Moana was never going to be sustainable with the rugby viewership dwindling each year since their introduction and when the South African franchises elected playing the North.
Yep.
Where they were based, Mount Smart, and similar to our message above, the resurgence of the Wars. I think New Zealand Rugby Union should have attempted to help them from the get-go by allowing players with Pacific Island heritage to choose whether they wanted to represent Moana or stay with their current club, which obviously adhering to salary cap rules, etc. The Chiefs, Canes and Crusaders. Those clubs already have pathways teams and constantly uncover talent every year, whereas Moana had no youth pool to induct into their professional landscape. The majority of their signings besides Artie have been past their best footy or couldn't secure starting spots at other Super Rugby clubs, which in turn made them a below average side. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It'll probably now open up the door for PVL and Co to deep dive further into exploring a second New Zealand Rugby League team. Obviously, Moana was based in Auckland, but that shows that it is declining and league is on the up in New Zealand. Hopefully based in the South Island here in Christchurch, most likely. Regardless, boys love the potty. Every week, it makes mahi that much easier.
Yeah. It's fucking interesting that. I thought it would have kicked off with the Moana Pacifica. Just
Some
because
good
of it,
points
just,
around it, of
we
why
don't know the nuances and everything like that about, but I was just thinking, oh yeah, they had big signs like Artie and they had big names going there, right?
Well, the Artie was the only one that I was familiar
Well,
with.
that's the fucking main one, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's the best, one of the best players. He's the best union player in the world. So I'm thinking if you get him, you get a lot of people, right? And I was just like, they just mustn't have backed it as good as they thought, as much as they wanted to. You know, obviously the pathways, the infrastructure wasn't there, wasn't built. That's very important, and that's where, just say with the Bears and every other new team coming in, they have to tick a few boxes for participation.
Yep.
You need to have like I think just say 1,000 kids.
The
right?
pathway system makes sense, right?
But like you got to have participation with the local league as well. You can't just have like NRL team with no one coming up. And that's what I think Moana Pacifica was like.
That's where I think on the flip side for us, I think Papua New Guinea has a real chance. We've talked a lot about the cons. I think the pros with Papua New Guinea, if they develop and nurture the kids coming out of PNG, like they can. Some of the talent that has been developed from the islands in recent history, from Fiji and Papua New Guinea. When you've got a proper franchise, NRL franchise in the country, mate, in 5 or 10 years, some of those players could be the elite in our competition.
Yep, and you know the Kummels have been around, the Chiefs, and you know like in the Queensland Cup for what, 10 years? Say 10 years?
Nah, maybe 5.
Okay,
maybe 5
so like
max.
League's their number one sport. They're going to be cherry picking pretty much from Q Cup and New South Wales reserve grade, everything like that. There's going to be so many opportunities. A lot of good players like laying around. Just haven't got good opportunities, right? So
and developed.
They're not developed. They're not in the pathways. They're not in any NRL system. So
2014.
yeah, okay, yeah,
12 years.
yeah. So they've been around for a while.
Good save. I was probably going to get hammered in the comments.
So they've been around for a while, and it'd be interesting to see how the Kummels go, the Chiefs go,
and Perth.
Yeah, and Perth's interesting, right?
Yep.
So you got to they had to tick all these boxes to get to a level of like to get into the NRL, because I knew that, because that's why they kept on going. Oh yeah, we want a team. No, we need you to tick X, Y, and Z to even consider you. Yep. And they've obviously ticked everything, and we'll see how they go next year.
Yeah,
and obviously,
you got something like
they will struggle for fucking 5 years.
Just a funny dynamic with hearing Danny Wilder talk about PNG, and obviously his boy is Shamus as well. So Shamus is the main dude, and Danny's quite anti-PNG. Not anti is probably the wrong word, but he's vocalised his reservations.
Critical, yeah, he's critical of it. He's been critical of it from the start.
A lot will be, because it's new. It's a new country. It's untapped. It's fucking, you know, it's no disrespect, a third world country, right? It's like that. It's
Would it be considered a third world?
Yeah,
country?
it would be. No, it is. You know, some beautiful people there. They love rugby league. You just, you know, it's a big move, mate.
Yeah,
right? It's a big move. You know, like, and obviously it's a little bit deeper than just putting a team in New Guinea. It's money. There's a lot of money. Let's not forget about that. There's a lot of money getting put into the Pacific. So they fall under the Pacific nations, right? New Guinea. So the amount of money that they're putting into the NRL makes sense. When it makes dollars, it makes sense.
But like this is out of our wheelhouse, but politically,
yes.
The ongoing China, Australia,
everything.
Like,
so just think about all that. People at home, we're not all over this shit, but I know exactly why there's a team in New Guinea.
For our
Right.
PNG listeners, because we do have a few.
Yeah,
Of course
we do
we
have
do.
heaps,
It is
yeah.
now, based on the Cold War definitions, it's often considered third world. The new word is similar to what you said, developing a nation.
Developing nations.
And China have been involved in a lot of infrastructure in Papua New Guinea. I know that because I'm close to New Guinea, right? I've got relatives over there and everything like that. I know how they're going, and it's a great country. It's on the way fucking up. You go to Port Moresby 25 years ago, you'd be like, holy shit. You go there now, mate. It's like going. It's fucking. There's buildings, fucking CBD. It's like a CBD. It's massive.
Michael Shatmas, take us to the compound.
Mate, take us to the compound because I know where it is. I was over there about 5 years ago, and the
I'd
compound.
love to go to PNG.
Mate,
you know what I want to do?
We're fucking going to PNG. Don't worry.
I want to do the Kokoda Trail.
Ooh, that'd be hard.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'll fucking do
Would
it.
ya?
I would do it. It's something that I want to do.
Yeah, we'll do it for the right cause.
So I think we should do it for the Mark Hughes Foundation because they go there once a year. Big chief, Bedsy and everything.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't hate it, but I was someone was telling me who was telling me this. I think it might have even been Rennie and Braith were talking about it because Chief has already done it before
Seth about 8 times.
and he's a weapon at it.
Yeah, he's king.
I believe he's tossed up that they do it up and back.
Fuck
or,
off.
Or,
No.
or do it twice.
Okay.
It's called the
Helicopter
Kokoda back-to-back.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
that's
They
it.
do.
He wants to do that.
Yeah,
Kokoda
Bedsy-
back.
October 10th to the 24th.
I think
they
I'm
do
busy.
it. And this is last year's one, 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ches told me about it.
It's great what they do. They raise money. They do everything, and Chief's a beast.
That's what there
I
was
could
a few
talk to
Chiefs
Chief. I reckon I could talk to Chief the whole way there and back.
from that team that we put together on Thursday.
mate.
No phones.
From the team on Thursday, there's a lot of Chief calls. Where's the Chief?
Oh yeah, Chief. Yeah, some of the OGs that are. There was one more name. There was one. Carl Webb.
Yeah.
Was
Oh yeah,
was
there was a
one
lot. There was a lot.
We
Yeah,
got
we
out
left
there.
heaps out.
We did, mate.
was
And
off
I
the
was
dome.
just talking about more current players,
Yeah.
but I fucking love Paul Harrigan, the Chief. He made me fucking play.
He
He made me play fucking that good for Newcastle because I wore 10 and I know what it like entails, right?
Can I throw
That
this
man.
to you? And I believe you'll agree with me. Pretty much everyone pre-NRL era was
Out of it.
was about that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they were sort of like
I think that just went
aggressive.
went without saying.
Yes.
Like, I could put Les Boyd
Yes.
and fucking all these crazy bastards that played for
They were all
Manly.
crazy in the 80s
They
and
just
90s.
wanted to fight Mario Fennick, fucking. They just went out there like fucking Gillespie and all the guys that got named. Heap of Pommy blokes as well. Who used to coach Newcastle that time? Malcolm
Riley.
Reilly. He would punch the fuck out of everybody. Those guys, I'm like, I just went, no, the NRL era. Right?
Once
That's
the
what I
rules
was doing.
changed.
Yeah, the rules changed because
There
back
was still
then
some
it was a
crazy
wild,
humans.
wild west, mate. And Tom Rodonigus.
Yeah, cattle
Who
down.
fucking put him in?
Speaking of the Wild
He'd make
West,
the forward pack somehow.
Yeah.
speaking of the Wild West,
So no disrespect to
No,
anyone
it
who
wasn't.
played before '98 because you're all about it.
yeah, pretty much all of his. Hey, Big Les to the rescue. Check this one out, boys. This one
Yeah.
comes from Skidsy. Shout out to Sean Kenny Dow. Hope he's doing well.
Oh, thanks, Giddy.
I think he's part of the development at the Knights. Hey, good chat, boys. Easily the best rugby league potty in the game. I worked for Triple OG's brother Les back in 2008. I scored a job as a bricklayer in Tomago. Sorry, I was thinking I was going to be in New Zealand for some reason. Tomago in Newcastle on the aluminium smelter when I came over from New Zealand to earn the big bucks. There were about 400 Aussies on the project and then only about 3 Kiwis. One bloke was off me big time and wanted to give me a hiding. He was huge, weighed about 70 kilos. And I weighed about 70 kilos soaking wet. The dude told me to meet him in the car park after our night shift, which finishes about 5 a.m. Rumours got around I was taking this dude on after the night shift, so the car park was packed. When the time came and this big dude just charges me, the man who stepped in to save me was Big Les Mason. He got the dude in a chokehold, basically told him, if you make another move, you're done, mate. I never really got to say cheers to Big Les, but I always remember the legend of a scaffolder who saved me from the maddest hiding of my life. I'll buy you a beer next time I'm in Aussie. Keep up the good work.
That's a
Sledge.
big fella, mate. He don't start fights, but he hates that shit.
Yeah.
He hates fucking bullies, and he will fucking. Oh, mate's lucky.
So that's all the information is like that time, scaffolding.
Fucking oath. That's right. 2008, yeah, time ago. He was That's when I did my ACL. I remember he was working there. I did my ACL in 2008.
That's an awesome story.
Yeah, no. He because I know my brother. If anyone knows him, is probably more stories about him than me.
Joey was talking about.
Oh mate, he's a fucking
Did you
kid.
see that?
He is, mate. Like he's one of the what he's done with his life right now. It's fucking outstanding. But back in the day, he's one of the wildest motherfuckers of all time. But shit like that, he would have done easy. He fucking hates bullies and people picking on. Let's just say 70 kilos. Some fuckwit thought he was bigger, trying to pick on him. Fucking see you later, mate.
I love it.
He wouldn't have bashed the bloke, but he chokehold.
Yeah.
Fucking see you later.
Apparently gave him the word, and that was enough.
Yeah, it's enough.
All right, let's get to it. The Dragons, the breaking news. Lukey said he's going to update us as we go through
now.
if there is any. Oh, yeah.
They put the statement up on their Instagram and everything.
Okay, so Shane Flannagan
What's going on?
has been sacked from the Dragons. Chairman Andrew Lancaster and CEO Tim Wattsford will face the media. It is understood that the Dragons held a meeting with Flannagan on Sunday after the club slumped to a 7 straight loss to start the season. According to Code Sports, Dragon players had no idea when they arrived for training at the team's new facility in Wollongong this morning.
Yeah.
The publication has also reported that club head of football Ben Harron will also leave the club.
Correct.
It is not known yet whether Flannagan will coach for the Anzac Day clash. I can't imagine he would.
No, he's done.
Assistant coaches Dean Young and Michael Ennis are the leading candidates. Are there any more, more updates?
I'm just going
Ben
on
Hornby?
their website to get the exact from the source.
Pissy's at fucking
South.
yeah.
So
Flannagan, Hannah.
Sorry, Pissface is
Ben Hornby.
Ben Hornby's nickname that I know him for, right? And it's pretty funny. I don't think he wants that nickname out there anymore, but it's fucking his name is Pissface to me. Put it together.
So his face for the St George Illawarra Dragons going up against Titsy for the Newcastle Knights.
Titsy, him and Tits.
Couple of quotes from Flanno.
Yep.
I care deeply about the club and the playing group, and after discussions with the club, we agreed this was the right time for a change. I'd like to thank the players, staff members and fans for their support, and I wish the club well for the future. Further information regarding interim arrangements for the football department will be communicated following Tuesday's board meeting.
You never like to see it, Mace.
Sorry.
He was a beaten favourite at the presses for the last couple of weeks. It was.
We saw it on the, and they asked me on Channel 7 the other night, and I was just being honest. Like I love Flanno, but I knew this was going to happen. They said, "Do you reckon he'll get sacked?" Yeah, I think the writing's on the wall, and they're not reacting to him right as a coach. They're not listening. It's sometimes falling on deaf ears. Plus, they don't have the cattle to react. They don't play the way that they should. Like they don't play the style of football that is in 2026, right? You go, oh yeah, the senior players are going to take advantage. Blah, blah. They play. That's a good glimpses on the weekend. I get it, but they just can't compete with the big dogs, mate. They can maintain something for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, but like, there's just they're not. They just don't have the cattle at the moment, right? They just don't.
I don't know.
Do you think they reckon? Do you reckon they do?
I've look across the board, Mace.
There's some shit teams out there, eh? That are going better.
I don't want to call teams shit,
Not
but
shit,
I'm just
not
saying
shit,
when you look at results and we assumed that the Parramatta Eels, with the roster that they had in comparison to the Bulldogs, were going to get lapped.
Sorry.
Guess what? Riles clearly did something throughout the week, got them motivated, looked at in detail and found a way for a team carrying 8 players under 20 games to come up with a huge victory against the Bulldogs team that had done it the week before against Penrith. So there are examples in the competition where teams with a more limited roster can get results. And what does that come back to, Mace? Motivation, coaching sometimes. I like Flanno as well.
They're not motivated.
I like Flanno as well, mate. But the message to that playing group, who I believe is talented enough to win at least 1 or 2 of the games this year, just won't get in the results. And sometimes I think there's a part of him that will be disappointed because he had high expectations and he wanted to change the club. And to be fair, once he was introduced, I thought it was a great sign, and I'm not going to go away from that. But when you've got enough of a sample size and you've got a case to look at and go, look, there's no reaction. There are at different times throughout the playing group, there are players trying, but not as a collective. And I thought one of the worst examples of this, with a player who's been wholehearted for Flanno for a couple of years, but had completely lost his shit, was the Jaden Sewell tackle. Like, that is a player that is frustrated. That is a player that has You know, he had the odd error and he had the odd high shot in him when he
That's from
first
effort.
arrived.
That's just from effort and being.
But
fucking
he
dog.
is a player that was at wit's end, and it's a reflection, I believe. It was a really bad reflection on behalf of everything that's happening right now with the Dragons.
Back to the Dragons, right? And their skill set. They are so limited because of their halves. That's it. Simple. They can just not fucking get to end of sets. They offer nothing out wide. It's fucking terrible the way they play. Every other team have got decent halves, right? You can go, oh yeah, Parra was underdone yesterday. Still got Mitch Moses.
Yep, fair.
Still got Mitch Moses, mate.
Titans got Jaden Campbell.
You look at the Titans, you look at the Tigers, you look at every single team that's sort of just, below.
Leave the Tigers alone. They're in third.
Tigers are awesome.
I'll go to the ladder for you. So the Dragons is last.
Yeah.
They've been really limited. I've been talking about that for 3 weeks. Titans have X factor in Jaden Campbell, even though you've still got question marks over Lockie Elias and what he can become. The Storm.
Yeah, don't have to fuck them off.
All right, they're an outlier.
Yep.
Eels have Mitch.
Yep.
And when Pezzett arrives back,
just Mitch. You've got Mitch.
There's potential with Pezzett, right? Though. Raiders, Ethan Strange and Sanders are starting to develop.
Quality.
The Dolphins have Katoa.
Fuck yeah.
Cowboys have Clifford and Dearden.
Unbelievable.
Bulldogs have Lockie Galvin.
Superstars.
And Matt Burton. Right, there are you right. Like
that's what I'm saying. Their halves can get you through and into good field position, everything like that. The guys from the Dragons can't. Simple. They've got a beast of a forward pack. They go forward. They do everything. Cookies doing everything, blah, blah, blah. They're just not icing it. They can't get in the red zone and score a try unless it's off a deflection or some bullshit like that. Or Cookie did outstanding yesterday for the first sort of, bit because they'll fucking dominate in the ruck. They'll generate in speed in the ruck. Why does Cookie play his best football and when? Quick play the balls. Yeah. Quick play the balls. Cookie plays so fast. He's still got it. He's just in a team that just like, if you want, when you're running pairs, when you're running that shape all the time, like it's just string shape, this, that. Like you can generate speed through the right. Cookie will do whatever he wants. And then off the back of that, they just don't do anything. And that's why they're coming last because teams are too good.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for Flanno. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so do I.
Does he get back into Fox Sports? Does he commentate? Does he just take a year off and just because he looks so stressed. He looks so stressed and he's such a good human. And I think he should just have a rest for the rest of go on a holiday.
I think there'll be some level of relief, honestly.
Go to fucking Ibiza or something, mate. It's summer over there.
It's probably not a destination.
Oh, well, Greek islands or something. I don't know.
A little bit more relaxed.
No, I think Flanno's got it. I think he's still got it. No, so go to Canary. Just go away from Australia, mate. Get away. Please don't go. Please, I look for Flanno. Please don't go to Vegas. I mean, go. Just get out of the limelight. Get out of the NRL bubble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want him to come straight back into footy, into fucking Fox Sports and that, and so he'll do his head in. Say, just go away, mate. Just for your own mental health, because he looks fucking stressed.
So there have been examples of coaches. Brad Arthur's a prime example. Left Parramatta, he went over to Leeds and has got Leeds back to being a contender again in the Super League. I don't know where the ladder is at currently, but a couple of weeks ago they were third or fourth. Him and his good mate Siebes, they're close.
They should go on a holiday.
They should team up. I know you want to send them on holiday, mate.
Yeah.
They still want to work.
I thought we were talking about holidays.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
How about, do you think either of them would consider, I think.
Where are you going with this? I don't know where you're going. Go. I thought.
Hulk that's what Lukey was suggesting. Hulk Willie Peters.
Something like that. Or just be like, try and get into the international coaching for the World Cup.
That's another good
I think Flanno would be an outstanding coach for an up-and-coming sort of
Flanno was
national
helping
team.
out Flanno was helping out with Samoa when Parrish was the coach, I think.
Get around another. Yeah, imagine him in the Samoan team, right? Tonga, like just to be get involved in that. I reckon, or get to whole KR. Get overseas. Just do something out of the NRL for a little bit because he's a fucking good coach, mate. He's too smart. He's just been given a shit little era there where they weren't gelling. They didn't recruit properly, and the guys that they did recruit aren't playing to their potential.
There was a stat before I couldn't believe. I was doing radio the last week, and they haven't. Our man Brooksy actually, because Brooksy's a big Dragons fan. They haven't been in the finals since 2018.
It's not good enough for that club.
I think they only made round one potentially that year as well.
Potentially, yeah.
It's like in St George, I put St George up there with the Bulldogs, right? With that sort of blue chip club.
Yeah, it used to be.
No, I still do. But that's what the fans expect, right? Manly's there like that, like St George.
See, I would
Parramatta.
I would say even St George on top of Manly because
because of the 11
longevity
because of the immortals and Hall of Famers that they got come through that club.
Who did we see when we were in New Zealand? He was working for Manly then, wasn't he?
Who's that? Yeah, Flanno.
Yeah.
that was Flanno. Yeah, we like Flanno, the human.
No,
like,
I'm not saying that. I was just trying to remember what
it
team
was Flanno. Well, I like Flanno. Every time I have a chat to him. But again, this is like a part of our job where you're a podcast and you've got to have an opinion on the game. Like sometimes I've got to. There are a number of people that I speak about where you've got to put relationships aside or people that you like as humans. And give it.
We're not sitting here hammering his credit, his character or anything.
No,
it's just what's happened. We're talking about why he's been sacked and what he should do next. That's it.
Quick side note: Leeds are top of the table.
There you
Leeds.
go.
With Wakey at number 2.
What? Wakey.
Right.
Till I die.
Hey, who's Code Sports?
Code Sports is the Telegraph, basically.
Oh, yuck.
Do you want to tee off on give a
Anyone
lap for a
else
few
use
more
Australian
journos?
business Telegraph or
No, I don't like Code Sports now. Simple.
love your Code Sports. Hey, Sea Eagles 38 defeat the Cowboys 6. Mace, you don't want to talk about this because it was a tough watch. It was a tough watch for Manly fans despite a huge victory. Fosbor is now 3-0. But it was hard to watch Turbo, mate. And we were discussing this earlier on. We were talking about the Latrell situation with Kenty. I think it's now, and I alluded to this, the toughest conversation that Kieran's going to have with Turbo once he returns. And similar to how the way I view the tough conversation that probably Wayne had with Latrell leading into the preseason and the changing of the game and the dynamics, I think there would have been a proper grown-up conversation between Latrell and Wayne and said, hey, just go on a different – we've got a young kid at the back, Dry Grow, who every time he steps up goes,
This is the way the game's playing.
The game's going that way. And I've been saying it for a couple of years now just because I want to see him out in the field. And you could tell – and it's even hard to speak about because you don't want to kick him in when he's down right now. And in a way, this would feel like you're sort of kicking him and hammering at him.
Not.
But Foz – I think has the respect of the brothers and in particular Tom to go to him, this is what I'm seeing in the league. We want you out on the field. Tolu Kola comes on and every time he does, he just fucking blitzes him. And he's sort of he's the perfect size. Like
young.
He's right on that size,
He's
shape, acceleration of Dylan Edwards, KO Weeks. Like he's got that sort of ceiling, mate.
And the skill set too.
Yep.
Like when Turbo walked off, right, it wasn't even like he wasn't emotional. He wasn't, it was just a look of devastation of going, it's happened again.
He's deflated?
Really deflated.
Like over it?
It's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
That was it. He goes, are you serious? You know what I mean? Like, all he did was come from the other side of the ruck to the other side of the ruck and he got tackled. Like, it's just unfortunate. It's different. He wasn't even at 100% or anything like that.
He started the season so well
so good. And I was just like, I love watching Turbo play and I love him as a human. It's hard to watch him come off like that because he wasn't, when you get injured, you're like, you fuck this, and you want to kick something or anything, you want to kick a fucking anything. He just walked off and went.
He's also been injured enough in that region with those soft tissue
injuries. He knows
injuries.
exactly what it is, mate.
He knew the severity of it straight away, I believe.
Have they come out and said what it is?
6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, it's a grade 3.
Yeah,
2-3.
grade 3.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. He knew straight away. You could see it in his face.
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that Tolu Kola, the positives around it, Tolu Kola offensively is a problem. Yep. He suits the modern game, but fuck, the try savers on McKaylee to begin with, and then the one on Burns later on in the game.
McKaylee one was outstanding.
Both were awesome, mates, because I think even when
I sort of want him to score too.
When he stopped the Braden Burns
94
try.
games now.
Who's that?
McKaylee without a try.
Yeah, we'll get to him in a little bit. He's going in my multi this week. There we go. I'm putting him in the multi. You know how we got
him in 12.
You know how we got Adamaho over the line?
Yeah. Get him.
It's at Leichhardt too.
Now he can't stop scoring. Adamaho.
He doesn't know how to stop.
He doesn't know how not to score in a game. So we're going to get McKaylee over this week. He's going to be part of my multi. Unfortunately for him, Tolikola got in the way, fortunately for the Manly Seagulls. And even when Burns was about to score on the corner, the game was still in the balance.
Pumped him.
He's a weapon. Tolikola. And guess what?
Come off your right, please.
I am
Burnsy.
not... If Tom doesn't play fullback, there's not a part of me that hasn't seen Leo Hopewadi in the last couple of years to go that Tolikola is a lock to go to fullback. It's just that, he's had some really good games there as well. So they've got two
You can
really
put
good
Hopper
options.
there, yeah, easy.
Two really good options.
You got Saab and
My
Garrick on
favourite shot of the season to begin with, this season, was when Jakey licked Jason Tomololo.
First time I've ever seen it. Like that, legit. He was winding, bang. Perfect tackle tech.
No one does that
I've
to
never
Tomololo.
seen it happen.
I've never seen it. And people, so to some, it's nowhere near as vicious or dominant as other tackles. But unless you've played against or with Jason Tomololo,
that's a different human, mate.
I think even the common or average fan will appreciate.
I know he's at
how
the back
hard
end of his career, but they're both at the back end. But his resurgence this year, and I looked and went, oh, who was Jakey?
He ran for 220 metres last week.
I wasn't surprised.
No, I'm not, because I know Jakey's got it in him. That was two proper. They're OGs now.
Yeah,
like they're proper OGs, right? That sounds weird to
Big
say.
time, 17 years in the game, Tamalolo.
But going head to head like that,
Beautiful. Fair hit too.
That's as good
Clean
as
as you can get.
That's as good as it gets.
Oh, I love you, Jakey.
Loving what Jamal Fogarty has done the last 3 weeks too, Mace. I think he was the reason. Again, back-to-back weeks now, he has absolutely kicked the opposition to death. It looked conservative in the first half. That's who Jamal Fogarty is. He put pressure on the Cowboys back 3 or 4, back 5 that have been excellent to start the season, but they weren't in this game. And guess what? Don't overcomplicate it.
Nah.
Keep kicking down. Keep kicking. You don't need to kick for tries. You don't need to kick for 40-20s, which you got. Yeah. But you don't need to do that because the Cowboys just kept on turning the ball over and handing it back to them.
Yeah, Cowboys played pretty shit home. Probably their worst performance of the year in the last month.
Yep.
First game, yeah. I thought this went totally opposite to what I was thinking. It'll play into the Cowboys' hands because they're used to those conditions, right? And the Sea Eagles aren't, right? Because they don't train in it or anything like that.
Yeah.
And
true.
They
should have an advantage, the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, well, Sea Eagles will probably turn the ball over and everything like that in good field position. They've been on a bit of a heater, Cowboys. They're hitting really hard. Cotter and Taumalolo and back rolls are just playing outstanding.
Yep.
Back 5, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's got the perfect mix to get the Eagles. The Eagles just flipped it around, played exactly how I thought the Cowboys were going to play.
I'll tell you a part of the game that I anticipated that was evident right from the start. Big Taniela Paseki just getting at Sonny Luke the entire first 20,
Smart,
25 minutes.
Play
He's
smart,
a tough little
man.
bugger, Sonny Luke. He
Yeah.
puts his body in front. But the trickle-down effect from that with players
Play the ball.
getting into tackles, maybe when it's supposed to be a 2-man tackle, becomes a 3-man tackle, becomes a quick play the ball. The fatigue off the back of it. Reed Marnie will return this week. And I love Sonny Luke. I think he is perfect for the modern game now as an impact player. But that's what happens when you get a small body like that in the front of the line.
I like the way that Manly played, right, when they did that 1-2 hit. And it's like that first front row needs to take and get a quick play the ball. I like Kobe Hetherington running that line, right? And then there was sometimes when Paseka ran a really good play the ball, who was behind? Hetherington, straight behind right? So I love how they work. You got to sacrifice yourself in that first hit up to try and spot up a Sonny Luke or whoever the spot player is in the middle. There's always fucking one, right? Get in that footwork, find your front, get up and play. And that's how you generate the speed and the play the ball, and that's how you make meters out of yardage. And they did that unreal.
And then Jakey gets in the second phase.
Yes, and then Jakey gets on the third thing. You have a shift, then you come back, and then you kick.
Yep.
Right, and that's what most good teams, if they're doing that, they can do that for ages. Complete your sets at a high rate, and then the Cowboys just could not keep up.
Well, here's the thing, and I said this last week, and I was talking about the back line for the Cowboys. They've been excellent at it this year, getting back into shape early, working hard for each other. They would, as the game went on, and I was watching them, and you appreciate this and understand it, Mace. The harder they tried, the worse it got.
Yeah.
We've all been in those games before. It's not like they were all going after the contest. Our man, Snake Arms, Tom Chester, he was trying his ass off to try to make up for the wrongs that had happened early on.
Yeah.
And it was getting worse and worse every time he carried the ball.
Yeah, it happens. It happens sometimes. I probably needed that. It's a little bit of a wake up call. Going, okay, we're not as good as we thought we were.
Yeah. Young
one of those guys, young players, they feel themselves and they think and that's a good thing. It's a confidence thing.
Yep.
But this is it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's how you deal with adversity and getting beat like that. Yeah, you scored 6 points, boys.
Good lessons for both the
Good
Cowboys
lessons.
and the Tigers over the weekend.
Yeah, I think so
with
as
some
well.
of the young players in the squad, which we'll get to.
You need to be able to hang
with
with the big dogs, and I think Sea Eagles are a decent team.
Yep.
They're better than you think.
Can I say, why was the turf so shit?
Apparently it rained just before the game.
And they played a game before it as well. There was a game before it. Yeah, I was talking to Donny from North Queensland.
yeah.
And he's like, there was a game on before this game.
Yeah, that's rare these days. Yeah, doing the commentary over the last couple of years, I've noticed that they've limited that, especially because Allianz. I've done a few games at Allianz now. They've been mindful, I think, of the criticism.
You can't have a game before.
Yeah.
Maybe have some young kids like just fucking around.
Here's an interesting. Last week I was speaking to Matty about the legacy of Nathan Cleary. Do you know for his entire career, and Matty believes it's a secret advantage that he's had. Do you know Nathan has never not worn long studs? It's an interesting part, eh? Yeah, I found that.
Very interesting.
That's what Matty said.
He's with Adidas, right?
So
he's got those.
But they've got blades.
I know that, but
he doesn't.
They're pretty. I think he wears Predators.
Yeah, he's a Predator guy.
Yeah, he wears Predators. So you check the underneath the studs.
Why am I second guessing myself?
He's not wearing. So Asics are different, right? I'd never wear Asics fucking moldeds ever because they're all. It's
Isn't
a different shape.
Saver? What's the one?
Check out the
Career
Predators.
Savers.
Yeah.
Asics. So
Check out Predators, the bottom of the Predators, and the Asics.
Here's where body shapes and feet are just different.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. For me, Asics, I tried to go over to Nike one year because I played at Parramatta. My feet, I couldn't wear Nikes. I couldn't wear Adidas. I had to go back over to
You can
Asics.
see that. It's hard to see.
Is it?
There's
But
little
just go to Predators on Adidas Predators.
No, but he's like, he's
they've
like
got-
with
we
Mary
know
Fowl,
they've
he
got
gets full
versions of
customs.
No, I'm just trying to show you the bottom of them. They're not natural studs like fucking Asics.
Yeah, I know. But every brand has blades and every brand has long studs. Is my point. So you can get them tailored to you to fit, even if they've got that.
They're more union too, Adidas. You know that.
Anything?
Yeah, I've got a better shot.
Adidas steel studs are union. They're fucking terrible. That's good for back rolls and locks and that in union.
But he never slips. That's the point.
Yeah, look how deep they are.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a better shot.
There you go.
They're custom.
So
Yeah.
Matty was saying that
They're fucking awesome. I'd wear them. You know what I mean? Like he
So
doesn't have to wear steel.
it's like that. It's like the bladed fit with the steel.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, right? Because just say with Nike, I used to love wearing Nike, the hybrid ones, because they're half and half. Half of that, and then there's some steel ones on the bottom. That's where most of them wear those.
Yeah.
The hybrids. Asics don't. Asics are fucking terrible.
He was saying,
Well, see, I disagree. That's why I'm sticking up there.
Like, did you wear the steel ones?
I wore only wore steel maybe twice a year.
Okay.
It had to be a super slippery game, and it had to be down. It had to be a whole heap of rain for me to wear the long studs. But we all had them, right? Like I would get, say, for example, at the start, your deal would have been different because you would have been a proper ambassador, whereas we just got a boot sponsor. I would have one long studs at the start of the year, and I'd get 3 or 4 different boots of the blades throughout the year and swap them over.
Yep.
Whereas, to my point, and slipping over, I don't think Nathan even has an example ever of wearing. That's what Matty was suggesting.
And I'm pretty sure he gets to create his own boot.
nah, he talked about that. He went to the Adidas HQ.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But he didn't get to do that, no.
Because like
He's not at that level.
I think he will be on that level soon. But because Adidas don't put that, because Adidas are slowly infiltrating the rugby league world. They're at Roosters. They haven't been in the game for a while, right? They fucked it off to soccer and all that sort of shit mainly.
Really?
So they weren't around. Yeah. So they were in the late 90s, early 2000s. So with the Roosters and had a couple other teams. Now they're back in there. They'll start really because they're massive with the All Blacks, right? All Blacks go in there. They're fucking everything molded to their
all black.
Everything all black. Yeah, but like to their feet.
Can you check and see if
to their feet, Dan
an Adidas player has a dedicated boot currently right now?
Yeah, Messi.
No, a rugby union All Black.
Oh,
it'd be Bowden Barrett or someone like that.
so?
Because Dan Carter was that.
Yeah.
Dan Carter's ones were fucking proper to his feet.
DC 10s.
And DC 10s, yeah. So I think Cleary's not too close of a fucking NC7.
As of 23 to 25, Artie, Bowden, Geordie, Sam Kane, Will Jordan, Richie Mo'unga.
Yeah.
They've all got their signature boot.
Well, no, I'm just saying who's sponsored.
Oh, gotcha.
But when
I was
they're
asking
sponsored,
if any
they
of them
got
got a
their-
signature boot like we were alluding to.
I would say just it would be maybe Artie because he's that big.
Yes.
It could, but he'd be a different boot than Dan Carter and all those sort of blokes.
Yeah.
I don't
DC
think there
10s.
is. No, I think
No?
they all just rock the...
Dan
like
Carter's levels.
Cody Taylor has had a special kid design. That's not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
DC 10 was on a different level though.
Dan Carter and the Predators.
Cody Taylor just had a milestone game recently. I think that's what you've...
Richie McCaw had a collab back in the day, but no, they don't.
Nothing on a DC 10A because he was.
He had the Predator.
I think Cleary's he wins Dally M this year.
Remember when?
Imagine the amount of young kids would want Cleary's boots if they were NC7s. Do you know what I mean? Not just your normal boot.
Same with
What's he
Kalen.
wear?
Same with Kalen. Get a Kalen Ponga,
Walshy.
Nike, Mercurial.
Yeah. They do that a little. They need to really, because our game is fucking like that.
It's bigger now.
Get
It's
it.
getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting
Love
And
there.
it's so hard. It's so easy to custom on all those boot
It's
builder
not
websites.
hard. I used to have my initials on my fucking boots.
Yeah.
Not that hard.
It's getting pretty hard for the Storm at the minute, Mace. They went down to the Raiders 26 to 22. I want to give you credit on this one too, Mace. We talked about this the other day. You called the Simi Sasangi form in the trials last year before he's even a starter in the back row. You talked about how he's too good to be on the bench. I'm sort of paraphrasing a bit, but you called it. You said that this guy is way too good not to be part of the best 17 every week. Yeah. He's got to start. Ricky forced him into the lineup by playing him in the centres, and he has been arguably, even though the form for the Raiders hasn't been isn't represented on the ladder, mate. There's an argument he's been the best centre this year.
Him and Trell.
Yeah,
not many past him. Just say consistency. I think Trell probably just pipped him at on the weekend there, but he's been going up against some fucking gun centres.
Casey McLean's been awesome.
Casey McLean's outstanding, but he's played every single game, this kid, and he's not a natural. He's not a centre. I thought he was a back row. I think he's an out and out centre.
Tony Staggs has been good.
But there's been some. When we get to Origin,
Jackson
it's
Federer's
gonna be hard to pick.
I would pick Simi Sasangi over all of them this year.
Yeah, you'd be
on
up there.
form.
Yeah,
on form.
But when we start picking our Origin teams, I'm like, fucking hell.
Here's a shout. Who were they talking about on the show last night? Who was on there? Nico. Nico threw this one out there. Simi Sasangi on the bench for New South Wales.
Yeah, yep.
Newcastle boy. Can play every position. I think
he could be on the bench for New South Wales.
6-man bench.
Easy. He can play anywhere in the forwards and anywhere in the backs.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for. And who would be his
competition?
Equal.
Connor
competition? Nah, he's got nothing on him.
Connor Watson's been good.
He's
over
been
the last couple of
good,
years.
but he's a 9-13.
Yeah, so that's where
he's going to be under the pump this year.
That's where I think Connor has a slightly an advantage on him though, being a 9.
I don't think he's his competition. I think with that sort of world, I would look at
Tony Staggs.
Yeah, I think Staggs.
So
Staggs or him on that 18-19.
Yeah.
Because he's playing they're both playing lights out. They're not going to start, but you sort of want him in the team just in case. And I'd probably pick Staggs. But because you just think of I reckon 14, 15, 16, 17, who do you pick? All right? I don't know.
He could get a spot.
Could be 14.
He could. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. Yeah, because
you're going to have two prop. I think.
You know what's going against Connor this year? He's not starting.
No.
So Connor always had that versatility, but he was playing 70 minutes at the Roosters.
He's not playing enough minutes.
Because he's coming off the bench, not playing 9 now, more playing that 13 role. And then he gets shifted out when Rads comes back onto the field.
It's fucked him up.
That could go against him.
Yeah, it has. I love him, but I think he'll miss out this year simply because we lost last year.
Yep.
Right? And they'll go with some of these young brothers just come up and just go, fuck, hey, I'm here. Our centres are playing outstanding. What about our front rows? I mean, is Mitch Barnett? Is Spencer Lenu thereabouts? Fuck, who else?
Terrell.
You know what? I hate to do it because we just go on these origin tangents all the time.
Yeah,
Sometimes
we'll
it
wait
gets
for
away
5 weeks out now. It's 6 again.
I know,
We do
no,
that.
but also like, and then we don't break down the actual game. Like we get away. We started talking about the Raiders,
All right, let's go to the Raiders.
so let's get to it. I'm guilty of this as well. So
Yeah,
I think
love
once
it.
we notice it, let's
Go on.
get back to it. I love how Ricky is preparing Mariota for full-time front row next year. Big papa. Inserted him to the lineup. He changed Noel Martin as well, was back to the bench. Hoskins has been
It's
starting.
been working, hasn't it? Big Noah.
Yeah.
He's a fucking animal.
He, I guess, takes the heavy lifting out of the first 20 minutes. Hoskins goes into middle. Zach Hoskins likes playing middle as well. I thought he was an edge player. So he goes into the middle once Morgan Smithies or whatever gets a spell, or Corey Horsebury gets a spell, goes up front. And it's, working out well. Ricky's gone 2-0 the last 2 weeks with that rotation.
Good rotation. Hardy Young's been outstanding.
Yeah. He'll get 2 weeks for that hit on Sewell Falango.
Oh, yeah. That sucked. But yeah, they've been playing good football. It's finally coming together. Like their ball movement was crisp,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was just fucking bang,
It's
bang.
the combination with Strange
Strangey, I love him coming on the other side when he wants to, right? Sees the fucking short side down there, bang, bang, bang. He is strong, fast, powerful, everything, mate.
Well, what has changed?
I was going to go back to Origin.
Yeah.
No, what's changed?
Yep.
I don't know.
With Ethan Strange, what's he doing differently? Because there's one thing that I've noticed that he's doing differently.
He's running the ball more
He's running early.
and just going.
No, he's running early is the difference. So what he was doing in the first 4 weeks, he was trying to establish
up.
and get early
Yeah.
ball to Sasangi and Noel Martin to get him in the games. But one thing I think he's realised now, and maybe Ricky's had a word or whatever, was watching the potty.
Yeah.
No, he loves
Run
the show.
first.
No, he loves the show. Run first mentality, that will set up Sasangi, Noel Martin, Zach Hoskins at the back of the
Yeah.
halves. They could then get to second phase, and then that's where he does his best
Yeah.
work. Mate, he's tucking it under to begin with to start the game. He becomes a genuine threat. The 3-man's got a bite on him,
Yeah.
and then he starts dishing to
He's
Sasangi.
playing really well.
Yep.
He is playing outstanding. See, this is a version that I love to see. The next step of last year, getting involved in that Australian team, playing around the best players, training, all that kind of stuff, being a part of that touring camp and just coming back, fucking switch to the other side. He would have thrown a spanner in the works. Like, fuck, well, how do I impact the game? Now he knows what he's doing. That's what great players do.
Yeah. It's been good to watch. Frustrating part of this game, Mace, getting to it now. Now, I believe there was a crackdown that I wasn't made aware of. So when I was first watching this, I was absolutely screaming at the television because our man Peter Goff, again, completely changed the momentum of the game. Now, I understand now, in hindsight, that there was a crackdown, so it makes a little bit more sense. But when Big Red just gets up and sort of screams, and I guess the body language wasn't great, and it's not something you want to see at junior levels, but that penalty against Horsburgh completely changed the fucking whole dynamics of this game. Canberra were dominating. They get the ball back. Now, Canberra have got to be better defensively, but the
Bang,
Storm
bang.
go bang, 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 unanswered. Get to a lead before halftime and should have extended that lead if not for the Simi Sasangi intercept, which was a huge play. It's completely shifted, again, momentum. Like different versions of momentum.
Yeah.
But, man, you can't. I was watching the game going, as Melbourne were getting back into the game, I didn't feel like it was genuine. And it was sort of frustrating. And again, as a neutral, I was like, man, you can't shift games like that with calls. Just are you not
annoying.
Are you not able to just have a word to him at a break next time?
Like, what do you penalise him for? Because you give him a mouthful.
He just got up, played the ball, felt like he'd been held on the tackle for too long.
Penalty, fuck yeah, or something like that.
Something like that.
So sensitive, Goffy.
That's
why you played Reggie's last week. Mate, you've got to be able to cop a little bit. Unless
Yeah.
he personally attacked you, right? If he's getting up being frustrated, fucking give me a penalty, you know what I mean? Like he's hanging off me, blah, blah. You know, he's not going to get up and get, fuck you, Goffy, you piece of shit. And all that. Unless it's that, like, fucking send him.
Yeah.
But not when he's just fighting for a play that thinks you should be blowing the penalty because he found his front and everything like that. Gives you a mouthful. Cop it, mate. Or have a word to him. Hey, come here. Say that again. You're off for 10.
I agree.
Have
with that.
about that. How about that?
If it's ruthless enough where it's either a repeat offence or
Yep.
you've had enough of him, because he's done it a couple of times, or he says something that's super out of line.
The bra is like that.
It's
like
got to be
passionate, but it's just like, hey, you talk to me like that again, you're going to go.
It's got to be either this. It's got to be nothing and have a word to him next time you're at the scrum and just say, mate, you better calm down, mate. Or else, rather than a penalty, send him. If it's bad enough to change the momentum of the game like you just did, then send him, which I don't want to see because it's got to be ruthless to do that. Or just have some fucking
people.
Get some communication skills. People skills, like the communication between the best referees and where you currently are. And that was quite a harsh take on it. But that's why you're in and out one week because
you can't deal with it.
Because you've got to be able to communicate better with these players without letting them. I don't know, it's a fine balance.
No.
I'm probably being harsh here.
It's an impulse reaction, right? And that's what it is. That's where you need to control your impulses. This is the game. You got to understand what he's going through, understand where we are in the game. You got to think about all these shit. That's what the good refs do. Like the situational sort of stuff. Like, okay, I can understand your frustration, Corey, but you talk to me like that again, you're going to go for 10. The end.
Yep. Perfect. And I'll just go up to him and go, mate, you're carrying on. Something as simple as this. You can take ref chat out of it, turn the mics off, go, Corey, carry on like that again. Yeah. It's not a penalty against, you're off.
Yeah.
And then pull your head in. And then Corey go,
okay.
My bad.
Yeah.
He even had a little chat to Ricky at halftime. I'd love to do fly on the wall. There was even like a little.
Because Ricky would have been, momentum, mate.
You know, fucking us heavy. It nearly lost them the game. Yeah. All right, let's get to the Storm. There are shades of 2015 at Manly with this Storm team, Mace, when I'm watching them. You know, at the start of the year where we were struggling to find answers, and there were players that have been a part of winning football for so long there who were starting to feel vulnerable. Doubt was creeping in. I'm talking about guys like at our time, during my time at Manly, guys have been elite players at the position and won football games. Like Jamie Lyon, Brett Stewart, Matty Ballin, Stevie Maddai was still in the squad. Guys that have been through these deep runs, I think I said Brett to begin with, but we'd lost a lot of leadership in Glenn, his brother, Anthony Watmo, Jason King. Even with your leadership coming over, you hadn't been a part of the squad for a while. And that's where you're looking at it with the Storm right now. And I'm looking at the senior players and they're just not used to this.
No.
And they've a huge part of, what they're going through now is trying to find the answers. And it's at the moment, it feels like they just need something, because a lot went their way in this game. Like, I don't know how the video referee, and I think it might have been Liam Kennedy in this game, Alec McDonald drops the ball on the ruck. Harry challenges it. Alec tells him not to because he lost it, and they still get a captain's challenge. I think there was only one call that went against the Melbourne Storm, was right at the end. I don't know how Hudson Young wasn't sent for 10 for the hit on Su'Falago. He's got 2 weeks for it. I know who's hopping and skipping Su'Falago, but really, with 2 minutes to go in a critical part of the game where they shouldn't have been in that side of the game, I couldn't believe that. The other one was Harry. They called Harry shoulder to shoulder with KO Weeks. Like, Harry was tugging at his arm.
Yeah.
Like, so many things went right for the Melbourne Storm. Win. And they still weren't able to win this game. They seem a little bit vulnerable. They seem lost. They feel like there's a lot of doubt creeping in.
Is that 4 in a row?
5.
So the last time they lost 5 in a row was 2012, I think.
Well, 4.
And they end up winning the comp.
Well, 2022 they lost 4, and 2012 they lost 4.
2012, I think, or 4 in a row, I think.
No, they lost 4. They've never lost 5. They haven't lost
4.
5.
I mean, that's what I mean. 4. They lost 2, I think, and then they.
Yeah, so this is uncharted territories for a Bellamy.
5.
Yeah,
no one's done.
No, Mace, I think you're right. I just try to find, because it's a Channel 7 quote, so it could have come from your newsroom.
No, well, I've been doing it for the last couple of weeks. It's been 4. There's been back-to-back 4s.
Yeah,
I believe 5 is uncharted.
So if there's any club that can come back from this shit, it's Melbourne. I'm not writing them off yet, but the signs are there. They're there. Now, well, they've got the best coach down there. They've got 3 of the best players in their position. They've got some decent front rows. They've got some good outside backs. It's just not gelling.
They don't have much. Trent Liaro's still there. Stefano Utuikamano's
Yeah,
still
Stefano's a rep play, mate.
there. Joe Chen's still there.
Yeah,
Tyrone Wishart. I'm not too sure. You would think that the game is trending towards guys like Tyrone Wishart, but he hasn't been getting many minutes.
I'd start him at 13. I would, and I'd put Liero at front row with fucking Stefano.
Or even if you didn't start Wishart, what about bringing him on at the 30-minute mark rather than with 65 minutes?
I just think if you want to get the best out of him, start him in the middle because he's fit, he works hard, he's a good ball player. He adds another dimension because who's their 13? Liero. He plays like a front row. Right, and his first couple of games, mate, he was fucking. He can play like a front row.
Yes,
so he can just get the ball one off the ruck. He has that skill set to pass and everything like that. I'd push him up, and I'd put fucking. I'd start Wishart.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just for a different look, and he's a good connector for fucking Munster and takes a bit of pressure off Hughes and all that kind of stuff, so they can set up other plays. That's the only thing I'm looking at. You got to make a couple of changes.
Liero has been started on the edge to begin his career.
No, he's a
They've
middle.
got Cooper Clark on the edge right now. Sean Bloor returned in this game. Lasardi should be back this week. Starting to get some troops back in the forward pack.
So you're going to have you keep the left side back row, right? You keep Clark, and you put Chan still. I thought Chan played all right.
Yeah.
Put him on that right edge, and you put Wishart there. That's it. That's what I do.
Okay.
I just think because it's a different look.
Yeah.
Because they're very one-dimensional players. Most of those players that are starting, they run hard, they tackle hard, they work hard. Wishart's got a little bit of skill.
Yeah,
I don't like Liero passing that much. You know, he's got the skill set.
He's developing it.
But like
they were trying to mold him into Isaiah Yoda a couple of years ago. Yeah,
right.
It's fair enough.
Anyway.
All right, taller break. All right, let's get to the Panthers 23 defeating the Dolphins 22. We both said that this was going to be closer than what people anticipated. Yeah. I know this won't happen, but here is a suggestion. When you play in those types of conditions, whether it be in North Queensland, Papua New Guinea could potentially play in it if they play in Cairns. Darwin is I guess, the most extreme example of it. It's probably going to be games in Perth. Fuck off Golden Point. I felt so sorry for these players having to play in Golden Point in this game.
One each, go home.
Like, Penrith are going to be loving it because they escaped with 2 points. Neither of those teams deserve to lose a point, and that's often the case in Golden Point because they've been so even. But in those conditions specifically, that looked torture.
How hot was it up there?
It was
40?
Torture.
40?
Yeah. I don't know about the heat, but it was the humidity.
No, that's what kills you. It's the humidity. It's
Yeah.
like 95% humidity. God, fuck the game off completely from Darwin.
I know.
Jesus.
I
Never
know.
play there.
I know or at least play it further into winter. Like,
It's pretty early still.
No,
Yeah,
you got
it's
to be
still
playing.
early.
You got to be playing around August, September. It's still hot, but this is fucking disgusting.
I would say June, July, August.
How about we just don't play in Darwin?
Well,
You're never gonna,
They must
never
be
gonna
tipping
put a
in
team
big
there.
cash.
Ever gonna put a team there? Exactly. It's a money grab from fucking Darwin paying these teams. Shut up.
We were talking about it at the pub yesterday. There's no professional Darwin team. Think of
No,
any
it's
league.
There's massive in AFL. When they go to
the conditions
AFL,
would be a huge part of it. Mate.
Yeah.
mate, you
it's-
just don't play sport there.
Yeah.
Nothing. You just fish.
In saying that, on behalf of the Darwin,
Darwin.
There
What are
look
you
like there are a heap of Dolphins fans there and a heap of Hamaso Tabua Fidei
yeah.
fans. So for that part of it,
Let him just play
what, do
1-on-1. Just do
100-meter
hundreds.
sprints.
Just do a fitness session. Get the fuck out. See you later. Thanks, mate. Do a
each.
fucking couple of these and get home.
Mate, when he went over and scored that try and celebrated like that, that
love
was
it.
that was
I
cool
know,
to see.
I know. I get it, but I've played in Darwin. I
I know.
cannot wait to get the fuck out of there.
Well, here's my point. Don't completely take the game away from
Yeah,
him, but like Golden Point is like if there is such thing as player welfare.
Worst case scenario, when in Darwin, it's Golden Point.
Exactly.
I know, but I'm just saying, you just go. And I felt sorry for the Dogs. We'll get to them in a minute, but like they played their asses out and they let it slip in the last 3 minutes. And then Golden Point, I was like, you fucking know the Panthers was going to win when it got to Golden Point because deflated Dolphins. You think you had that game, right? Yeah,
Another part of the rules that I don't think will change because it's very hard to implement when teams are kicking a field goal. And I was thinking about what would be, because you know how rugby league teams are. Like if you have a rule, what would be the counter to it? And I hate it when a team goes for a long distance field goal like Isaiah Katoa, and he struck it beautifully. I thought he nailed it too. It becomes a 7 tackle set. I know there was a deflection which ended up leading to Nathan getting a second chance.
And then a dummy.
But it almost guarantees a really good shot for the team coming back down the other way. So 2 rule changes. Anything in conditions similar to that?
No, any conditions. Like if you're talking about the Katoa thing and then the 7 tackle rule?
No. This is just talking about if you play golden point in conditions
40
similar
plus
to
conditions.
whatever the humidity level's more I'm looking at with it, that shouldn't happen for player welfare. Just take a point each because we're going to do that after 10 minutes anyway if there's not a result. So there are times throughout the year where it ends in a draw.
If you were a player, would you want 1 point each?
Yes.
Fuck that. I want to go for the win.
No, what? Oh,
Yeah, because I'm up there. You're already playing and you just give me the win. I'm not coming up here to play in this dog shit to come away with 1 fucking point.
it'd be an interesting poll.
Oh,
You're
mate.
like you're.
I'm like, I get it where I'm sitting here like fucking nice and comfortable. I
your
look up
beautiful
there.
jacket,
If I'm up there playing, I'm with this jacket. If I'm up there playing, I want 2 points because I'm up there and I'm in this fucking heat, in this miserable fucking conditions. I want 2 points.
Okay, then you play another 10 minutes and then you still get
Yep.
1 point. You happy with that?
No. I don't, no. No, but fuck.
That's
Someone's-
my point. Like it could potentially.
Usually it
That could be
happens, does it?
I think it happens maybe once or twice a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Once or twice a year.
Not with
but in
Cleary,
those
not with
conditions-
Cleary.
In those conditions, yeah, not when Nathan Cleary's on one team and Isaiah Katoa, who he can definitely.
Players want the points, but
Anyway, and then the other part of it is the 7 tackle set after a drop goal attempt. I don't like it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you want it just to be a normal one? A normal 6?
6 tackles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you
Yeah.
don't get the fucking like these guys are sharpshooters, right?
Yeah.
Anywhere from 40 out, you're gonna.
Yeah.
It's a fair chance, right? Unless you got massive kick pressure, all that sort of stuff. So the 6 will get you if you can really ramp it up halfway, and then you're like, yeah, well, you've got to kick because that's the only way. That was the rules from when I was playing. It would have to be a mistake and then get in a good field position and then kick it.
Izzy said he's going to back himself every day of the week.
Yeah,
and
fuck him. He nearly got it too.
He'll try to
It was
ice those
awesome.
moments. But I can see teams being conservative and not even trying around the 30, 35 unless you've got Isaiah Katoa, Matt Burton, Nathan Cleary, some of the elites.
And like you see how the fatigue when like Cleary got the ball deflection, it's like fucking hell. You got to come up again and he threw that dummy and then it was just fucking good night.
Yeah.
You just were hoping that he was never going to miss-strike that ball. He just went bang, see you later. There's a
couple
he could have kicked it left foot. That's how much space he had when he threw the dummy. Remember, he was going to kick it.
but Plath would have been on the left-hand side to block it.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
But there he could have dummied again.
Triple dummy.
And then left foot. I back
Like
heel like,
right.
like a horse kick. Bang.
Step up.
Reverse horse kick.
Psycho Plath gets up, good kick pressure on the left, fake him, get him to fall over again, and then kick
Yeah,
the left.
I felt so sorry for the Dolphins, though. Oh, they worked so hard and they just Milky Jenkins.
It was such a clinical performance from Nathan in the first half. Credit to the Dolphins for getting
they
back
did,
into it. He ices it after the missed field goal. But I want to give Milky Jenkins a shout out for a number of reasons. Firstly,
16 tries.
I want to credit, like, the try scoring speaks for itself. It doesn't even need anything more. I told you 38 was in range 4 weeks ago. People thought I was crazy. Jimmy Smith,
I didn't.
of Crunch Time fame at SEN, laughed at me when I said, "Why are you dismissing 38? What part of this schedule doesn't reek 2 tries per game?" Now that
Or
they can-
one. Just
at least one.
3 every now and again.
It's under duress. That record is under heavy duress through Milky Jenkins. But I want to credit the Panthers system and their outside back defense. They have been elite. They have been they have set the bar.
Benchmark.
They have set the benchmark for how you defend on the wing. Now, when you look at across the league at teams, every team is trying to strip shape to eventually score on the wing, best case scenario. So many times on the weekend, and there was an example from Milky Jenkins, double defense on Averillo against Osako. 32 minutes in, 12-0 up. Averillo gets on the outside of
I think it was
Isaac Tungor, goes to draw in Milky Jenkins, and Milky sits on Averillo for as long as he can, and then eventually makes the play and stops Osako. The reason I bring it up is I was just like, Penrith have been doing this for years. Toto does it, has a try saver on Hammer after he jumps over Edwards. The wingers just aren't normal wingers. They do the 1%ers better than any other team.
This is what I was saying a couple of weeks ago with Dallin, right? He gets caught in that position, right?
No man's land.
Because of the fact that the center's not doing his job and the inside guys aren't doing their job to put pressure on him. So they're supposed to sit in that little pocket there where you're having a look to see how far the center, you trust your center, he's there. If he passes, you're fucking bang, you're in that little bit of the
sit in a pocket.
You sit in a pocket, and that's how you're supposed to defend. That's the rules of all great defensive systems. People go, oh, just come on. Why don't you just fucking slide off to your winger, or why don't you come in and hit him? You got to wait. That's trust on your center, right? And that's so if you're seeing this with Dallin and he's not trusting his center, he just comes in, right? He's got to trust his center more because like most of the time you don't want him. It's the hardest position to defend, right? So like he's had different combinations, Pompey and all these sort of blokes, right? So he sits there as long as he can, and then like he either gets skinned, right? Or he just tries, he looks bad when he comes in and then he passes it, right? Because he's trying to protect his boy on the inside. What he should be doing is just stay as long as he can. If he does fucking get skinned in the middle, it's not his fault. It's the center's fault. But if he passes it, use your sideline as a defender, stay in that pocket. So if you have to fucking check, release, bang, you're onto your winger. That's what they do so good.
Yeah,
that's how they're getting taught. So people like the Waz fans and all these guys who try and blame Dallin, it ain't his fault. Most wingers make some stupid decisions, right? You got to trust your center, and right, the best defensive centers, they never put that winger in that position.
I see. My take was slightly opposite. I was more saying I think Penrith are elite at it.
No, they're the best at it.
Taruva's been an example of it at Penrith. Milky is.
No, I'm saying that's how not to defend, how other teams do it. This is how you defend it.
Yes.
What you're saying. They're the fucking kings at it.
Yeah. And you know, you're always going to finish in compromising positions, and that's where Dallin finds himself sometimes trying to help out. On the weekend, it was Ali Laute who's back in the right. They're actually doing a really good job, the Warriors, the last couple of weeks. They've got so much better at it.
They're sorted out.
Probably not on the back foot as much as they were the year before.
Webster knows. So you've got to be sitting.
Same system.
You've got to sit in that space in between. So like when the center's coming this way, you sit right there in between so he can't pass to the fucking center, to your winger. If he does it over the top, you can hit it back and everything like that. So it's like, it's an art, mate. Bizzy just makes it look good. Look easy. And so does Milky.
I believe, so he's right, here's what I think they do opposite to a lot of other teams. Now, whatever system you defend in, there are different versions of what your principles are. But every now and again, you're going to get stuck in a 2-on-1.
Yep.
Penrith, Taruva, in years past, Brian Toto's probably been the best at it in the league for 5+ years.
Easily.
And Milky, he is, whatever coaching they're doing, I believe this is what I think they do. I think they do a shitload of 2-on-1s. In 10 by 10 meter blocks.
Okay, they do.
And they got to sit there and have faith and just wait for the pass. And it may sound simple and it may sound like, oh, that's something that's, you know, even a local A grader should know. But to do it in high pressure situations and execute it the way that they do, I think is the best in the league by far.
So what they do at training, right? You do your 1-on-1s, your 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, all that kind of stuff at training. And it's at a high level. Right, so when they do it at the center winger on that, they go in the middle, they come back, and then they go up there, and the center, it's just fucking proper 1-on-1 in a 10-meter grid, right? And you're trying to stop that try, right? And even on the end, so you'll do a 3-on-2 usually.
Yes,
it'll be the 3-on-2, 2 defenders and 3 defenders. So that's when it gets hard. That's where the winger is under the pump, and a lot of wingers when Ciro introduced that system to us. There's some of the best wingers. No fucking idea. Court, no, ask Fox. Fox just went, I'm going to give up footy. Because he thought he knew. Because he's come from the Melbourne system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he got caught in Gomez. He's mastered it now.
Yep.
Right? You see mostly, he's a gun at it now. But at the start, he was just like, bro, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why am I in this fucking space where I feel so vulnerable instead of like maybe sitting back a bit, trusting your centre and then go to the sideline?
Well, Melbourne system, I can speak on this as well because we developed the Melbourne system. And I'd say the difference between the two systems are staying a little bit closer, sitting in the pocket slightly, being able to double D and make a play on all 3 guys if they pass at the correct time. pushing off and getting to your next man. Whereas Fox would have come from the non-negotiable system that they had at Melbourne for so long. And imagine they've still got versions of that now where it's a really strong decision. So what you're probably trying to do is defending with a centre and winger rather than letting them dictate terms and play out, getting yourself up into a space, either knocking it down, getting in the way, forcing him to play short, and then make a strong decision. So that's where it's two different systems.
And everybody is coming up so hard and working so hard from the inside. So the winger's going to sit there and he can see it happening, right? And then if he does make a decision to come in, you got to see your 3-man and everyone's coming around the back and the fullback are coming hard to try and clean the guy out the sideline if you do make the wrong decision.
Yep.
Most good defensive systems, they take care of that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's fucking hard. It's hard. So people who are hard on wingers, you don't fucking know anything.
I don't think you can have in this day and age. I don't think you can have in this day and age. You can't have one system. I think you've got to be able to defend in multiple different ways.
But when you stick to a system, everybody has their job.
You've got to have your bread and butter.
Yeah. If everyone does their job, it usually happens like Penrith. Because it's like the middles are working hard. It's trust on your inside. Everybody, Dylan Edwards is coming around the back. You got your 3-man like Blaze Talangi or Nathan Cleary. How many times you see Nathan Cleary fucking save tries? Because as soon as the ball goes past him, he is fucking bang on to the next job.
The disruptor on Edwards from Asako before Cobbo try. I love the result of it. But again, it's led me to just be... I feel like over the weekend there was definitely some... What's the word? Indicators or things that they were focused on. I did notice that teams were... or players were competing a lot better on disruptors, but there were also a number where they just flew through and no one really even contested. I'm still confused with it. I feel like there's a better understanding within the players.
Sort of let it play on a little bit.
I feel like the refs, the interpretation from Graham Annesley was at least it was better explained to them. I'm still slightly confused with it because I assumed that the Edwards disruptor from Asako, I thought that was going to not go up a try, but I'm happy that it didn't because at the end of the day, I honestly believe that Dylan Edwards should come down with that ball. That's just a part of being an elite fullback. So I love the result, but I was a little bit confused with it.
I think the Dolphins are the real deal. I reckon they are after this game.
They need to get it together.
I know.
They've got the Waz over there.
I know, but I looked at that game and the way, because they could have easily got blown out if that was a shit team.
But guess what?
Come back.
But this is what we're saying at the start of the episode. This is Penrith. Everyone gets up for Penrith. Yeah. Now,
everyone's getting up for Dolphins too this year. I told you that.
The challenge is for them to go over to New Zealand and beat the Warriors in Wellington. That's going to be a tough ask.
Caked in.
I will say Kenny and Martin now both missing for the Panthers. Just watch out for this.
Big losses.
When you watch out for them defensively, they lead the line speed and they're really good at Isaiah Yeo, Lindsay Smith, all these sorts of players controlling the tackle because people were looking up to see where Kenny and Martin are.
Kenny's the general in that middle.
Yep.
He is. He organises defensive systems and flicking numbers here and there, and Yowie as well. Like Yowie's one of those guys, but Leota's an animal as well, and Lindsay Smith. They'll miss him. They did well all right without him. They missed him for 2 weeks, didn't they?
1 week. Freddie Lussick played
so
well.
Freddie Lussick is, he just got to sit in there, make your tackles. Delivery's got to be spot on. They shouldn't miss a beat. You just won't be getting your ribs broken.
Well, see, that's the difference. I will compare Freddie Lussick in a way.
He defends okay.
To probably not.
Simpkin, the kid from Manly.
Yeah, Simpkins is not a
real
bad
long neck.
Not a bad comp. And
just
also
stacked.
Like Freddie Lussick, I think, made 50 or 60 tackles against Parramatta. Something ridiculous,
They work their asses off.
Yeah, but
just
Mitch
same
Kenny,
build. Like they're real low, fucking strong and sort of upper body. Look,
Mitch Kenny will lick you. It's sad to see for Mitch Kenny as well. No one wants to see him limping off like that. Apparently it's broken. And
fib.
Not too sure
yet. Something. Hopefully it's a
NRL
tib.
Physio had a video on it.
Dislocated ankle, something like that.
Was it a lower leg?
Yeah, I believe so.
Interesting.
It could be the year.
His graphic with it's got like the drill and it shows how he all does it.
Yeah.
Here? Is it tib fib dislocated?
I'll find it.
You can't eliminate that interpretation of the hip drop. It's unfortunate.
What is it, Lukey?
I'm just got
Okay,
no
trying
internet.
to
It's
figure
not
it out.
loading. Hang on.
All right. Anyway, it sucks for him. I hope he's not out for the whole year.
Herbie Farmworth.
Love that man.
Um,
Is he the best centre in the game?
Here's my take on it. He's the most influential effort player in the comp. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Like the way he gets himself into games can have moments with taking a carry and offload. Dolphins are under the pump, 1-on-1 rake. Just muscling his way over a try or muscling his way over for a line break assist and setting someone else up. Now, there are more influential players like Nathan, even his halfback Isaiah Katoa, that can pull you apart with IQ, with game plan and all that.
As a centre.
But as not only just a centre, just like effort, I believe he's
love him,
fucking
mate.
number. Hudson
Yeah.
Young's another example of a player I think is similar. Like they're super unorthodox, do things a lot the same.
Just get a lot of the ball, don't they?
Me and you we were talking about Teddy on the way in
Yeah.
and the fitness levels of Teddy, and if he wanted to smash a Bronco or do like a High Rocks, for example.
Yeah.
And you know how they've been doing that rival show with Fox and Walshy?
What a low show. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I unfortunately I haven't watched it to
I
have a
watched
take.
one episode and I went, the fuck is this?
Well, here's what I would have changed with it. The names that are in it are not necessarily the best athletes. They're got huge profiles in our game. And Walshy could be considered one of our best plays in our game, but in terms of like endurance and
He's not that.
You would cover a number of things athletically. I would say Teddy, Dill Edwards are probably better examples. And Herbie, imagine Herbie Farnworth in a remember we did a High Rocks last year? He would be
did remember that.
an absolute animal.
I'd love to see if they had a competition who could break 4 minutes on a Bronco.
Galvin?
He's about 4'12".
Yeah.
I reckon if you went balls out, like just say if you really attacked it like massive L1, I reckon a guy like Herbie could get it because he's long, he's fast. You know, someone like that.
I think his body size might let him down in
Nah,
comparison.
I think that'd be in his favour on the 60-metre sprints.
Nah,
You
sure.
don't think he's fit enough?
No, I think he's fit enough. I think his size is a detriment.
He's carrying too much weight.
What, the
Sort of
turns?
Turns? The turns. I reckon you need shorts. The smaller guys.
KO Weeks.
Like Teddy's little quick feet.
KO Weeks.
Teddy and Dill Edwards would be the max for me. Tommy Dearden would be my guy.
I love if they run a
actually.
competition and give 20 grand to a person who can do like under 4 minutes. I reckon you'd see some like a Fletcher Sharp.
Too big, I think.
You reckon?
Yeah, too big, too tall.
He's
Yeah,
not as big as fucking
too
Dylan
gangly.
Edwards. Dylan Edwards is bigger than him.
But sharp, the way it's the style they run.
Is that an insurance thing? We couldn't host that. It's like because it's running, and if they did like an injury, it's not like a golf day where it's separate. It's like a luck.
Yeah. Because if someone
Fuck, they
got
want to
injured,
run that at the end of the year.
yeah.
Yeah, no, imagine start
10
of
grand.
season.
We'll
Yeah,
get
but
10
you
grand.
get a sponsor for 10 grand.
But people would love to turn up and play golf for a bit of fun.
yeah,
People aren't necessarily jumping out and nominating themselves to come.
But
and
if
do
we
a
did
fucking
it,
4-minute
if we
Bronco.
did it 10, just say the back air, like just before the trials or something, or just after the
yeah.
Christmas
So you've
break.
done your
chance.
pre-season. No.
No chance
Or
for
just-
clubs. It
or
would have to
maybe-
be an off-season after
Or
the
just
grand
say
final.
not under our banner. Just say like if they did it in their club, and if you broke 4 minutes,
They'd be posting about it. Though.
yeah. Well,
It must be pretty. Yeah. Do you know anyone who has?
No, it's just
I think
hypothetical.
Galvin's the one who's he did a
He's quite
4'12".
long. We're talking about body shapes and stuff. He's quite.
Yeah, so
carrying a lot.
I think he's maxed out at 4'12".
That's
my take.
Yeah, I know.
And I think Herbie would be similar.
And I think a lot of the
Dearden's
vets,
a bit
a lot of the
shorter.
vets,
Dearden.
a lot of the vets and that just
Butts,
sort of get through
butts,
it under
butts,
sub
butts.
5. See you later.
Dearden
There's
came
no-
back early to fuck someone's record up because
Yeah.
he got beat. or
Yeah,
something.
some youngster beat him and then he just come in and smashed it.
Yeah.
I think it might have even been Chester. I think Chester beat him whilst he was away, and he come back early from
Not today, son.
Ashes camp and just smashed it.
That'd be interesting. I
as-
reckon they could easily do. I reckon there'd be about 5 or 6 who could do sub fours.
As for the Dolphins as well, I thought Izzy Katoa was fucking nearly there. And I'm calling him the apprentice because his master, Nathan, who he learnt under at Penrith,
Yeah.
just showed him how to close out games. That's the next part of Isaiah Katoa. once he learns that, because, by the way, people forget, Nathan wasn't doing this in the first 3 or 4 years of his career. There was some trials and tribulations before
That's what happens, man.
before they've been so dominant. Izzy's going through that. I've got still so much faith in Isaiah, but he needs to. It would have been nice for him to get that monkey off his back against Nathan. That's what I was thinking at the back end.
He'll get it.
I thought he nailed that field goal. Warriors 28 defeat the Titans 20. This may seem crazy to some. I know you understand this, Mace.
Yep.
This win for me was, I wouldn't say more impressive. I will say as impressive as the Melbourne Storm win for these reasons. No complacency and the right amount of respect for the Gold Coast Titans. Now, the casual fan who doesn't watch every game like we do will be looking at the ladder. We'll be looking at the results from the Titans in the last couple of years with a similar roster and go,
Yeah.
the Warriors should pump them. No. This is a different Titans team. There's a lot of good things happening at that club right now, and I've been watching them closely. That's why we both tipped the start. Again, we got the points on this game. We even said that the Titans could worry them. But for the Warriors side of things, they respected the hell of him. Webby said it after the game. It was a tricky game of returning from the highs and the emotional roller coaster of that Melbourne Storm win. Everyone telling the Wars they're the shit again. And I love the way they took care of business. Now, Titans showed some fight, which I expected, but it was a really professional
it was.
win.
It was very impressive, actually. Their middles were outstanding. Their attention to detail, which you don't really associate that with the Warriors. You know, they're working so hard for each other. They are on a different sort of level. You know, easily top 4 team. They should be very happy where they are at the moment.
Very happy.
Right? They're building something very special over there. You know, you got some good outside backs there.
I love the skill level.
The skill set between the middles. I said that like a couple of weeks ago. I said like they're playing in the middle. They're playing together, right? And that's what you need. You run in that in threes, and you just sort of pick teams apart. You know, the short balls, and like even Fish is sort of getting involved again. You know, like
here's the thing. We talked about the license with players who thinking they can ball play, and they're not overdoing it. You mentioned it last year. Webby, there would definitely be an emphasis on right time, right place scenarios, but you can tell they really work on their skill.
Yeah. The
Jackson Ford has gone the opposite. I think he got a little bit carried away after a strong season and just realised his best work is 20-plus carries, 200-plus metres, 50 tackles. And he's been simplifying his role.
Yep.
But Fish has got a nice little tip on and turn up in his game. Aaron Clark's
he's got a high skill set.
Really good high skill set. But through the middle, there's confidence from Webby that you can see in the playing group to make the pass when it's on. Like Clark out the back, when he got the ball from Wade Egan right out in front, he goes out the back. I think it goes to Tanner Boyd, and then Chanel Harris-Tavita comes up with a nice tip on for Khan Pereira's first try. And then later on, the skill set from Fish to Clark on that try.
Yeah, I love that one.
Just, mate, there's a license, there's belief, there's confidence, and, they're playing with that confidence and that belief in each other.
Yeah, it's good. I love seeing 4-packs like this, man. And you know, they've been acclimated to the speed of the game. Right, and a lot of these teams are starting to put some real good plays together in the middle with the, you know, running in pairs and little tips here and there and trying to pull, you know, trying to get to the 3-man. It's always trying to get to the 4-man, expose the 3-man. You know, like, and even if you just get to B and like hit outside C or inside C, there's a lot of holes there, mate. I always see it like that. Like you can play football if you've got some smart middles.
Yeah.
Play some footy and it's a low percentage sort of thing, early tip.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a high percentage.
High. You know, you got to be able to catch on contact.
Yeah.
No, it's not local league, mate. You know what forwards are like. We practice this shit all the time. You just got to be able to execute it
in game,
and obviously you got to be on the front foot and fatigue and all that sort of shit comes into. But when you're putting pressure on the opposition's defense and you're testing them, You know they've got to present a full line. You can't just be like up at A and B, C, and then have your 4-man drop back, and no, you'll get exploited because these blokes can like guys like Aaron Clark and blokes can fucking next minute you're at B, boom, you're at the 4-man. They all got footwork, and they're really playing a high level football game. Then you got guys like Jackson Ford. Then you got guys like Fish. You can really bash the fuck out of you as well.
Jackson Ford,
and then the bench.
I said before we're trying to get away from Origin, but I think Jackson Ford is in contention. He's because of Smokey, because he's a hybrid player as well. So he's similar to Sasangi, can play multiple positions, is arguably Simi Sasangi is the form centre for this year. Doesn't have a huge sample size. Jackson Ford has probably got more runs on the board with regards to playing big minutes and different roles, but he's clearly, I think he's still leading the Dally M's.
I'll tell you why he won't play Origin, right? It's because you wouldn't pick him as a starter. So if you're going to pick him for 20 minutes, 30 minutes on the bench, those numbers will be nowhere near it. The reason why he's leading Dally M's and he's playing some really good football, he's playing like 70 minutes. He ain't starting. Yeah, he's not.
He's playing 82 by the way.
Playing,
280s back to back.
80 minutes back to back. You end up with these sort of numbers, right? That's what happens. If you pick him in Origin, you're like, well, you're not going to start because Fanua Blake's going to start, and so is Payne Haas.
Would it be similar to your question marks around Max King last year?
Yeah. You either start him or you don't, right? And I just don't think he warrants that jersey yet. He can keep going, mate, and just keep doing what you're doing because he's been playing outstanding. But when it comes to Origin, if he's not starting, he's not in the team.
Could Payne miss Origin?
Could.
No.
Yeah, could.
No. Well, how long till Origin? 8 weeks?
Yeah, but he's like a 6 to 8 week injury, MCL.
No, he'd be sweet.
Well, he's
grade three? He must be.
Well, 6 to 8, I don't know.
Must be. Yeah.
Is this his longest? Because he felt like he played all through last year. This is like a good break for him.
If there is
groin problem last year.
If there is a diagnosis for the length of injury, and it is for someone like a regular player 8 weeks, and it's the bottom half is 6 weeks, he'll get back in 6. He might get back in 5.
Yes.
Like the way he recovers.
Body's built different.
He's different. He's different.
He's not going to be missing the max.
Our man Cam George was at it again, Lukey.
I saw him, yeah.
Did you see it?
Was that the CEO?
Yeah.
Relax, son. God, I know you're going good. Fucking hell. It ain't about you. You're not the main character, mate.
Yeah, I was watching this at the pub.
You know what? The Warriors, the Wars fans disagree. Cam George. Remember how we sort of got into AKP a little bit last week, Lafiana Khan-Pereira? The Wars fans are all about
just fucking going hard.
It's the up the Wars movement. It's traditionally, if you look at it, you'd be going up the Wars. Like imagine that 3 or 4 years ago. What's that about? It's sort of, even you were reluctant for it. For Warriors, they're fucking Warriors. CEO doing the Mana Wave off like the worst version of the Mana Wave that I think I've seen.
I thought it was the Tiger.
Like a tiger.
I thought it was like, yeah.
So he's attempting to do the Mana Wave. Lafiana Khan-Pereira, one game in, like getting in the face of players and carrying on a treat.
No.
Now, again, that's all stuff maybe we 10 years ago would have.
No one likes it.
I disagree. The Wars fans love it. They love this energy, and they're getting behind all three versions of what you wouldn't have liked as a player 10 to 15 years ago.
I don't mind what the CEO's doing. He can do what he wants.
It's pretty fun.
It's his fucking team.
Yeah.
Whatever. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Take I love it. Good on you.
As for the Titans, the next part of the development, or the Jaden Campbell's turning into a player. He needs to stay healthy as well. He's been a player that's been banged up for the last couple of years.
He's a 7.
The part that's missing in Jaden Campbell right now is sort of game awareness, footy IQ, controlling the game. I was blown away that I don't know if it was a part of the game plan or not, but they know Lafiana Khan-Pereira better than any. And I've watched him closely for the last couple of years because Foz played at the Titans. He struggles heavily under the high ball. They went to him once, he come up with an error and they got a turnover from it. And
they didn't go back.
I was perplexed that they didn't keep going back at Lafiana Khan-Pereira because
they know.
They know better than anyone. I'm like, keep targeting him. He's electric with the ball and a strong carrier of the ball. But in the air, he is below par, below average. So That's where
that was weird.
Jaden Campbell and all that, they should have just. And the other part too, at the back end of the game, when Aaron Clark was grabbing the mouth guard of Keanu Kinney when he got winded, that was. I'm sure they're boys. I'm sure they would have spent some time in Māori camp together. I've never seen that before for someone who's got winded or hit in the ribs. But fuck, man, Keanu Kinney, he gets licked.
It's tough, eh?
Half a dozen times per game. He is so tough. He's like they've got to do a better job in the halves. Now, Jaden Campbell, like Ilias, he wants the ball. He gets licked. He takes a carry the very next set or next play. Someone else takes a carry. They've got to somehow protect Keanu from himself because he's still a year away from a couple of more kilos, and he's not going to become James Tedesco by any means. But fuck, he's almost too tough for his own good. That kid. They need to find out ways to protect him because everything else is fucking almost 10 out of 10 for him. All right, let's get to the Rabbitohs 30, defeating the Dragons 12. We discussed this sort of a little bit early on with regards to Trell. I thought it was just an absolute bully mentality from Latrell. And not only, look, you sort of expect it because it's Latrell because he's got that in him, but it was Val Holmes. It wasn't a mug. Nope. It was like, and I know Val Holmes has been heavily criticised off the back of it.
It's Val Holmes.
Val Holmes is like an Origin player.
Like he's going to do fucking near Hall of Fame career. Like he's a fucking gun and a gun defender. And most of these were one-on-one. I'm not surprised if Trell had done that to second, third year sort of player. Val's been in the game.
Or someone.
Will Penasini's a good defender.
Just a fuck. I don't know. Someone who's played 2 games or something.
Tom Chester.
Yeah, you can school him because he's lighter.
Yes.
Like he's light, not being in the Origin arena, Australian arena, World Cups, Origin wins, everything like that. It was one-on-one, man. Like a lot of them, at least 2 was his fault. 2 or 3.
The second try was like, I took a video of it and put it on my story. Very rarely do I do that, but it's got to be something crazy. It was like under 8s. It's like when the big bully in the under 8s.
When it was like the short side and it was like probably had here to like, it's still 5 meters.
Yeah. 10.
Okay, 8.
Okay, 8.
I reckon it wasn't, and he just went, and then went, get him away. I was like, this is NRL. He should have been put over the fucking sideline. No, bang, get off me. I love what he's talking. I love what he's talking to. Get the fuck off me. I know exactly you see, and he's looking at people just like that mean mug, just like, fuck, you can't stop me. None of you can fucking stop me. That's the swag and aura that he's rolling with now.
Yeah.
Then after the 3rd or 4th, he's like, fuck, I'm on another stratosphere. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Poor Ken.
What about Matt Duffy? 333 metres. This is a reflection of where the game is as well.
Yep.
Because by the way, people been talking like Matt Duffy's a mate.
He's a scrub.
Like he played fucking 90 games for the Dragons through a
2
tough
years
period.
of dogs. Dog shit. So dog shit. Couple of years, we were dog shit.
Yep.
Right. And what do you expect Duffy to do? He had a couple of outstanding games for us.
I totally forgot about the Dogs era.
Yeah. We were ordinary. Yeah. 2022, 3, he was there. Yeah. And then he just took off over 3 years over there. Over in England. We're carved up.
He is the prime example where the game is at right now. His old record as a player was like 220 metres at the Dragons. He smashed out 333.
What?
When I was looking at him dominate, I was thinking to myself, we've said it for years now, probably about 2 or 3 years. I think it suits him even more. Jai Field from Wigan, Bevan French from Wigan. Like those sorts of players could return right now in this modern game and put together performances like Duffy. I think they could.
They don't run as hard as he does.
What's the difference between them and Keanu Kinney and Suafalango?
Different body shapes, mate. Bevan French he's slender.
Not anymore.
You reckon?
No, he's put on. Yeah, there's just a little bit more.
I think he could come back right now and be a first grader.
You can't tell me that Bevan French is not bigger than Trey Fuller.
No, he could come back.
So
I think there was offers for him to come back. I just don't think he wanted to because he was so loyal to
Wigan.
To Wigan because they looked after his family.
Yes, we discussed that.
And I love that. And that's great character. But now I think he's repaid them, and I think he's reasonable. I think he'd be at 27, 28 maybe. And
he is born in 96, so he'd be just turned 30.
Yeah, so he might have left it too late. You know, you got these young up and comers.
175 centimeters.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Cheese.
Cheese played outstanding.
Cheese is in excellent shape. He is super motivated. He's got his off-field sorted.
Good at lock. Fuck, he runs hard.
Well, he becomes a problem.
He'd hit me right in the nuts with the way he dips.
Yeah. He's where I think he needs to change. He's some constructive criticism for Cheese, and I don't think he can even change it because it's not in his DNA. The kamikaze shooting out of the line trying to bash people, which he's did it with so much success at Melbourne, he can't do it. He gasses out too much. So
you do it from different positions, right? Like A and B. Like he shoots from C.
No, here's his problem, and it's the best possible problem. And I say this tongue in cheek, but hopefully he sees it. He shoots out of the line, tries to whack someone, gets a good shot on him. I think it might have been Luch or Sewer or one of those two players. It was a big body, hits him good. But then he does it another time, and then he tries to do it again. By the end of the set,
his right arm's like,
he's just gassed.
Yeah.
And you've just got to limit it to one per set is my advice.
One every two.
Because,
but they got to be like, you pick your marks, mate.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. If there's a 6 again at the back end of him doing that, he's gone.
Yeah.
You know, that's where it's like
enough.
Just trying to find that right balance between what's your DNA, what's your best attribute, changing the game with something like that, offensively or defensively. And Jaden Sewer tried to do that. And again, let's get to the Dragons. If you missed the start, we were talking about Flannagan and Jaden Sewer. The two main players that best represent where the Dragons are at right now before this decision with Flanno were Jaden Sewer, who lost his shit. That's the best way of putting it. He lost his shit. Lucky that Cam Murray not only got up, that he wasn't knocked out, didn't have a broken jaw.
Did he hit him clean on the head?
Yeah, clean.
Yeah?
Clean.
So did he clip his shoulder first?
No, clean.
Or was it just,
Cam Murray's is a tough
I didn't see the angle where...
Got him clean.
Oh, okay.
Send off,
Cam Murray,
send off plus 3 weeks, and Val. Val is way better than what he put up. He is a way better defender than that physically. He looks lost / disinterested. Not even the Latrell one, the one where he gets beaten by Alex Johnston because he's just fallen asleep down a short side. Cheese took on a short side with 3 Dragons players and only one-on-one with... Latrell wasn't even pushing up because Latrell was tired from a carry before.
It's weird how he's fallen off like that. You know, like a couple of years ago, he played Origin last year.
It's like...
I don't know what's happened.
It's a reflection of what's
happened. It is. Yeah. And I hope to God he gets back to Val Holmes.
He can return.
He can easily return because he's fit, he's strong, he's got skills, he's got everything right. He's a gun centre, winger, whatever you want to put him at fullback. Mate, you just got to... I'd put him fullback, put Gutho on the centres. I need him with the ball more. I don't need him in the front line anymore. I would do that because he can play fullback.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Gutho's probably a better defender than him.
Yeah, for sure he would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be doing that. Just to get him with the ball more because every time he gets the ball, it is in shit positions and he gets early ball, just bang, here, have the ball. It's not under 10s. There's no shape. There's no nothing.
But even Tyrell Sloan at fullback hasn't been getting fucking grouse.
Get him out of there, mate. Just put Val Holmes at fullback and let him play.
No, but I'm saying it's not going to change the quality ball that he gets. That's not the change that needs to be made. And the change will be made this week. For sure it will be.
Yeah, in the halves somewhere.
Good teamless Tuesday tomorrow.
Huge teamless.
But they wouldn't even announce the coach by then.
Let me throw some stats at you, and I try to stay away from this because there is going to be a pile-on and he's been getting hammered. I hit up our man Rando, random stats guy. We didn't even really need this statistic to understand where they are right now. Daniel Atkinson has 3 try assists and 4 line break assists. Kyle has 1 and 1.
Pretty bad for both of them.
That's bad. Like Atkinson should be the floor after 6 or 7 games. But that's just not enough production from Kyle, and that's the biggest change that needs to be made. And that's again, I'm trying not to pile on, and I feel sympathetic to the situation. And I think Kyle could play 6 in a different system with a more creative 7. But right now,
one of them's got to go.
No, it has to be Kyle.
You just got to someone has to their attack is so pedestrian. Like, it's just up for a block, for a block, for a block, for a block. It's just so easy to defend. Nobody digging into the line, not genuine runners. Like, just...
People aren't genuine because they don't think they can get through those. You know what it's like.
I know. We've
played with halves before.
You look at it and you're just like, oh, fucking hell, what am I doing? Then you go out. Then that's when Jaden Sewell wants to fucking kill someone.
Exactly.
You know, that's when you start playing out of you're going, fuck this.
I saw a comment. Someone said he tried to get suspended for 17 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too.
That was my thought first.
My mindset would be like that too. If I'm leaving, fucking give me I want to rest. Fuck, he's been playing lights out too, giving everything for that club. That's exactly what it looks like. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know,
don't want to hurt. And I'm just happy that Cam Murray didn't get a broken jaw or anything. He's going, I'm going here. I want 4 weeks. I do not want to play anymore for 4 weeks.
That's enough of a pile on them. They've gone through a tough situation as it is, but it had to be said. Broncos 21 defeat the Tigers 20. Liverpool Adelaide is giving you your flowers, Mason. Again, Mason spot on about Renault being the difference in the Tigers versus Bronx. Tigers had ample opportunity to score points, but the red zone attack let us down once again. Benji made a few interesting choices, leaving Buller on the field when he was clearly injured, which led to points, while Luke Laualili sat on the bench. At one point, they had Latu Faunu, Jock Madden, Adam Dewey, and Luai all on at the same times. That's three 6s and a 7. Too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yep.
We lack that shape, good ball that Madden brings, and it becomes glaringly obvious that Dewey and Luai are both running 6s. Selection headaches for Benji over the next few weeks.
Yes. And that's the only reason why I did back the Broncos, because I saw that little man, Adam Reynolds, and I know in games like this, he's cool head. He's a good, great kicker. He can organise everything, and that's the difference between great halves like that and then your average sort of halves, right? That we just talked about previously. You know, and if he didn't play this game, I reckon they would have got done.
Last 3 weeks ago, we had a hypothetical or some constructive criticism around Walshy reaching his ceiling with Adam Reynolds still on the team. The flip side of that is when you don't have Walshy out there, Paddy Carrigan's missing, Payne Haas gets injured, and you need a game managing half to kick your team to death and lead by example.
Yep.
You've got a guy like Adam Reynolds who can get the job done. So again, even though I had that take a couple of weeks ago and I stand by it.
It's a big win, this one.
Huge win.
Seatown packed.
Mate,
confidence levels 10.
They were dominating the game too. Pretty much it felt like in every phase.
I thought, fuck, Bronx are going to get it here.
Yeah.
But the cool heads, a couple of senior players in some decent in the right positions, they just got there, grinded that win, and they're missing some superstars. And they're not for little short-term injuries. You know, like you're talking 4 to 6, 4 to 8. Then they'll gradually come back, hopefully through Origin. And a full-strength Broncos side can win the comp again. Right?
For sure.
We know that.
Yeah.
But if they don't take care of, if they rush these players back, right, and they try and get them in because they might, just say they drop the next 3, which could happen, right? You're playing against some fucking strong teams. Who's their next 3 games? Who's their next 3 games? Anyway, they've really come back to the pack, right? So like you when you play against like a Canberra and you play against like a Tigers or something like that in Cronulla, you might get beat. You know what I mean? So like they need that win on the weekend was fucking ballsy.
Couple of good games.
Well, they got
Bulldogs at home, Roosters away at Allianz, Manly away at
and you can't tell me they can't lose.
Pines Park.
They can't lose all 3 of those. And then panic stations start to hit, right?
Yeah.
Then you're like, then you start hearing in the locker room, how's your knee, Payne? Hey, Paddy.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear that noise.
Well, Paddy's back in a week.
No, I'm just, Walshy, how you looking? How's
the cheekbone?
How's your cheekbone? You good, lad? You good in a couple of weeks, you start hearing that external pressure. That's what I call it, right? And you feel it, and you're like, fuck, I've got to get back. When you drop a couple, that's what happened. They won't give a fuck if they've won 2 from 3. When you drop all 3, which I reckon they'll drop 2 of those games.
You know the Dogs are going to be up for it this week.
Fucking oath they are. Well, yeah, that'll be right up for it because you got to get them while they're down. They're down. Walsh, fucking Ben Hunt, Paddy Carrigan, and Payne Haas.
I tell you where
that is enough.
I tell you where the Tigers let it slip in a way, in the best possible way, and they didn't play conservative. They actually played really good footy. Benji gave the Broncos their credit. First 15 minutes, it felt like the Broncos didn't get out of their half. 90% possession. That's what it felt like. Tigers were dominating. They got some calls, but they were working hard for those calls, and they only scored one try.
Yep.
And I was thinking to myself, once they repelled them for those long portions of the game, of the half, it's like, I wonder if the Broncos can, really deflate this crowd that was like heavily invested in the result in the game. But maybe Madge was seeing something right defensively because he had the big blow up with Bentio, which led to Bentio moving on. Since then, their defense has been awesome.
Yep.
So
especially to repel that team.
Yeah.
They are on.
Yes,
they play a brand of football where it's very hard to structure your defense, right? Because there's offloads. I thought Terra May was outstanding. I think he ran with some fucking real ferocity. I think he's got his legs under him.
Easily his best game.
Yeah, he was. He fucking took it personal. He went hard as he could. He got 12. He got Bolle. They went at him. Offloads here and there. You got Dream Bully. You got all these fucking Dewey's playing footy at you. Luai's there. Fucking Terrell May. Fuck everything. It's fuck, and they all push up and play footy. It's like you need to be on defensively. Communication, work from the middle, fucking dominate, and they did it.
The game got away from him in the last 15 minutes with a few unforced errors and a couple of big errors from Macassini, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and the development of him. But apart, mate, it's not like they were fucking bad. The Broncos were desperate. Adam Reynolds played the game and controlled the game better than probably any half that I've seen this year with a team under the pump.
Yep. Agree.
But Big X, mate.
I told you what he's like.
You did call it.
When the big boys are out,
you called it.
He knows what job he has.
So here's my question for you then, because you called this.
Yep.
How do we get this version of Xavier Willison even when Payne Haas and Paddy returns?
Well, they need to start him, first of all.
I agree.
You can't, but because it's a 17-man game, right? You're like, fuck, he can be so dominant off the bench, but then you're like, if the game gets away from, like, just say the Bronx are dominating, then he gets shit minutes and all that kind of stuff. I'm starting Payne, I'm starting X, and I've got Paddy at lock. Yeah. I'm coming into games bashing the fuck out of everyone.
I agree. Because you know what?
Dominant. You got Ricky, you got fucking Piakura, whatever that, and go full tilt. Then you can have Jensen off the bench. You can have you've got everything there. Yeah,
yep.
They're there. Your bench can hold. They can hold their own. You can still leave Payne Haas on there. You can take X off. Paddy and Payne can play massive minutes. So can X.
Why don't they just blast people?
Just fucking. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Get on there, front load everything.
Yeah.
Keep up with us, mate.
Because sometimes gameplay gets away from Xavier Willison.
Exactly.
As well.
Sometimes he gets 15, 20 minutes and the game's got away from him where he could really imprint himself on the game. You know what it is?
Like there might be an odd injury to a back row or something that affects the rotation.
Yep.
And then Corey Jensen and Payne have to play 35 minutes of the first half. Then all of a sudden you get X just before or just after half time where I'm like, take that scenario out of it, play him and Paddy and fucking don't worry about that settler that Corey Jensen has done so well for a couple of years.
You can have an outside back do that.
Blast mate. If they just want to bully, they could bully teams with that front row.
Because they're fit, they're strong, they're mobile, they can do most of it. Like Jensen does his job, right?
Yep.
His job was to set, like do the one or two plays. Like X can do that. Like an outside back can come in. Katoni take the second play, usually does it anyway. Strong play the ball. Like Karapani. Their outside backs are strong. They get quicker play the balls than anyone.
Karapani.
Yeah. Just get in there. Get a fucking play the ball for me. And then X goes. And then Payne Haas goes. And then Carrigan gets do that. Play it like that.
Mariner and Karapani have been the unsung heroes for the Broncos.
Yeah, they fucking take some meters.
Even last year. Remember we gave them their fucking flowers last year?
No, Jesse Arthurs is playing fucking hard.
Tough.
What do you do when Walshy comes back? That's what I'm saying. Iron sharpens iron. When they come back, he's playing his balls out. So, like, what do you do? Can you put me on the wing? Can you put me in the centres? Do I stay in the 17? Do I, do you trust me enough at fullback if Walshy gets injured? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, even Hayes Perrin entered the game too. So, here's the tough news that I found out about a player, and it was devastating for him. And this is the worst possible example for the six-man bench. Youngster Va'u Semu, Va'a Semu, he was supposed to debut. He had 20 people, friends, family, make the trip from Brisbane to go down to Campbelltown.
Seatown, yeah.
And unfortunately, he didn't get on. So Bukowski,
Why didn't he get on?
circumstances with Jesse Arthurs and the outside backs getting injured. They had to play Hayes Perham, who they probably didn't anticipate playing.
I hope they get reimbursed.
Yeah, well, part of it is more so that apparently he was shattered and devastated. Jimmy Smith was there, had a chat to the family, the partner, and the family were devastated on his behalf. I will just say, Tava'a,
just fucking keep going, son.
This is the beginning of your journey.
Yeah.
One of my best mates, Jamie Burer, had this happen to him on a 4-man bench with Des at the start of his journey. He went on to become an extremely important NRL player for a long time. So it's just the start of your journey. I know it would have been tough for you to have friends and families around and not debut, but hopefully he gets a debut in the near future because that's a tough situation for him.
Yeah, that sucks.
Tell you what, Tigers fans are out and about at the moment. I watched that game in Balmain, and it was jerseys. It was such a good atmosphere.
Awesome.
Yeah,
It's good to see. I like the fan bases of the Tigers. I like the
So do
Titans.
I.
I like the Titans going good. Like every single fan base at the moment, they're pretty confident in the team, right? Going to the, just say 5 years ago, you're like, fuck, Tigers are dog shit, right? You're like, you don't have faith in that team. Parramatta, Bulldogs, you know what I mean? Like we're all like most of these great clubs were like, okay, no, we're way off. We're way
You know
off.
what it is, mate? It's the popularity and the competition of the games.
Of course.
Any team can beat any team on their
Yeah,
day.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm like
And fans feel that.
5 years ago, they couldn't.
Yeah.
So the
agreed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so the Tigers are rolling around going, fuck, we nearly beat the Broncos pretty up. We can go toe to toe with anyone. We're in the top 4. Newcastle, we're fucking which we'll get to that game. Could have possibly easily won that game.
Easily.
But all these fan bases, which are so fucking solid and it's great for our game, they got their chests out. It's good.
The Tigers, still some really good performances. I love what Samuel Lafone is doing. He's turned into one of my favourites right now. For a big Tongan Pacific Islander player. In years past, those guys are X-Factor players. Mate, he does all the 1%ers at such a high level. His kick chase right now.
Been coached well.
They've done an excellent job in developing him. Latu comes on and plays that middle link role, but Samuela, if he continues playing this well, he's arguably one of my favourite back roles to watch. The point, big fellas like that don't normally take pride in the kick chase and stuff that he does, but you can tell he enjoys it.
You have to now. You know that. Those
to.
back rows have to be on. If you're not part of that set of 6, you haven't got the ball, you are down there nearly first. Look at Jordan Ricky's probably the best at that. He gets down there he's a great kick. Kicks is really good at it.
Yep.
It's part of their job description now. But he's outstanding.
We were talking about on the way out to Papa Flock on Thursday about the Joe Ash Papali spray. Remember that? You're like, that annoys me.
Yeah.
Right? You're talking about Joe Ash a couple of weeks ago on Taruva. This is where the game can be very humbling. Joe Ash goes on to lose that game. You hated the energy. I was a Parramatta fan. I understood what he was doing, and Taruva is a repeat offender. Taruva, they come up with a big hit on Jesse Arthurs, who was carrying an injury. Taruva stands over top of him, gives him that same sort of spray, energy that Joe Ash gave him. Guess what? They go on to lose the game. It's like you live and die by it. It's the modern player, Mason. I'm not
I don't care.
not critiquing Taruva here, but it goes both ways. And then sometimes when you do that stuff these days, you can give energy. You can give energy to the opposition, and it got a little bit. There was a little bit of push and shove at the back end of the game, but that's what happens when you you live.
Do it when you're up by 50.
I wouldn't recommend doing it anyway.
Don't do it anyway, mate. Yeah, just the standing over, the disrespect, and then I get it, man. Everyone's pumped up and shit, but just ease up.
By the way, Seatown was ready to explode. Here's what is a huge part of the game. The crowd, when Jesse Arthurs was drifting across field, and I think maybe was it Uppy Carousel? Someone licked him. Someone got him good. Might even been a back row. Might even been Kai Pierce-Paul. Anyway. Then they doubled up with their effort and took Shibasaki in goals, and the crowd went crazy.
Mental.
They were pumped. It was awesome to watch. And then the short dropout.
Appy was Appy.
It was Appy.
Appy licked him.
It was Appy that licked him.
He played good, Appy.
Yeah. He's again his name that number 9 jersey right now is
Up for
very
grabs,
contentious. Yeah, it's very contentious. Is that right? Contentious? Yeah, contentious. But yeah, right now they need to get around Macassini. He's clearly a talented player. He has been heavily targeted every time he runs the ball as a youngster.
Like they're getting at him. That's what you do.
Mate, when you watch that highlight that he had in the trials, he has been...
He's had a sign on his head ever since that trial.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? I know he's young.
He's a kid.
Because he's a threat.
But you've got to get him. Yeah. You just got to give it to him.
When someone does something like that at that age, I think you fucking bash him down.
I'm all with it. I'm all for it. I'm like, but yeah, he's copping some strays, and there's a few mistakes here and there creeping into his game, but he's young.
Yep.
And this will, in a couple of years, these mistakes will be out of his game. He'll be more dominant, a couple more pre-seasons. Because you can't really hit the bloke anyway. He's that strong. He's very strong.
They're doing a good job of it.
They're doing a very, So, and it wouldn't hurt him going, I don't expect him to play full years. Maybe a couple of games in reserve grade here and there just to sort of slow it down a little bit. But if he's good enough, he's old enough, you play him in first grade.
All right, let's get to the Roosters 38 defeating the Knights 24. Let's spend a good 15, 20 minutes on this as well. So we respect the Knights. I'm jam up. But the Roosters, slow start to the game. Teddy almost single-handedly dragged them back into this. There were some nice contributors. I thought Ches kicked the shit out of the Knights in the second half as well with some nice long kicks. But Teddy, again, origin chat and all that sort of stuff. But when he plays like this and he wills his team to a victory like this, there's almost none better. When you get a staggered defensive line and dominate possession, his conditioning is going to outcondition pretty much anyone else. He doesn't tire,
does he?
No.
Like that, I thought Lindsay Collins set the platform unbelievable. Even at the start, even though Newcastle got off to a great start, 3 tries to Fletcher Hunt. They played outstanding. Their big boys were standing up. Trey Mooney with that great try. Saifidi, they were on.
Yeah.
They were really on. And I'm like, fucking Roosters better wake up here. Because the Roosters weren't playing bad.
No.
They were not playing bad. They were up for this game. Spencer Leniu was on there. Like, Ches was playing good. Sam Walker was outstanding. But they just like, how the fuck are we getting beaty? Taylor 2 halves again.
Well, they were perfect to begin the game. They dominated down the right edge against Sandon Smith. They loaded up on that edge. Then Siwa Wong throws a wayward offload.
Yeah.
The Knights capitalised. I think the Knights went maybe 11 from 11 before they had an error. And then that was reflected on the scoreboard and their energy defensively because not only did Fletcher Hunt score 3 tries, he saved 2 as well.
Played outstanding. I thought that there's a little moment when you talk about momentum, like Knights are on top, and I think, who's the young little hooker?
Harrison Graham.
Get away penalty or something like that. And the next minute it's 32-24.
Yeah.
They just lost momentum right on that. I don't know what he did, but like it was in them coming out of yardage.
I can't remember.
It was I don't know what it was for, but then I was just like, fuck, they didn't get anything from then.
Yeah.
They scored on that set and they scored it. So to make it 24 all, then they scored again, then they scored again and again. So fuck, I'm not blaming that kid, but like that's how momentum.
That's how quickly
it can change. And then Teddy just went to his own. Savala was outstanding. Mark Nwangani-Tuasi just fucking, he's just.
It must have been around the 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they scored Savala in the 50th minute, Teddy in the 55th, Nwangani-Tuase in the 60th.
Yeah, and that's
so
what
must
happened.
have just been around.
It was just like because it was coming out of yardage, they were coming out of yardage quite well, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Then that, it's a penalty, and then
there was a nice little piece of play from the Knights. I mean, that the Roosters that I loved. It didn't lead to a try, but it led to a huge effort from Fletcher Hunt on Nwangani-Tuase. Sam Walker went for a little dart down the short side, left-hand short side, because that's where he plays. Hugo Savala told him, I watched it visibly from the box, told him to stay down that short side and got on ball for 3 plays in a row, organised the shape, and then it led to Nwangani-Tuase probably should have scored it, to be fair.
That's one when he
put his foot out.
Yeah,
just a foot out. Like, got a little bit casual with it. But I love that sign, and it's like to be able to have a player like Hugo Savala, who in the modern game now has similarities to Jackson Purdue. Doesn't have the speed of Jackson Purdue or the acceleration, but having a half out in the centres with silky hands who, for whatever reason, if something happens in your halves, can rotate and move to the middle or get in and
I
have
love
that. Mate, it's fucking
It
could be something.
It's a luxury to have.
Luxury is the correct
it's
word.
a luxury because when you pointed that out, I'm like, yeah, he can. Why couldn't he do that?
Yeah.
You know, if Sam Walker gets caught out, you know, like just stay there for a couple until you work your way back in, even defensively as well. You know, you can look after him defensively. If Sam Walker wants to go out to the 2-man, fucking stay there for a little bit. I got you.
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you got to do that. And that team, if they can they're way more disciplined, but the drop balls and just like real like carefree style of like not really caring that much about the ball and ball position because they back themselves defensively, right?
They dropped too early.
Yeah, and they just if they can complete at 90% plus and then do whatever they've been doing, they have a team to win the comp. I honestly look at that forward pack. You got Spencer, you got Lindsay Collins, Crichton, Nafahu White. Then you got Siwa Wong's in his own car. Victor Radley looks like he's outstanding. The back line just
Victor's the one.
Yeah.
Because as good as Spencer, Nafahu, Lindsay Collins can be, who else are we missing? Celestia Fiketti and some of these younger guys. Victor Radley with the modern game and being able to play on the front foot, but also have that skill level to go out the back is.
And then you got Teddy.
Yeah.
Robson played outstanding as well. I thought that.
Yes.
I thought that was his best game as a Rooster, and I just looked at that and I went, they can get all the, and that's what the game is. The year is a marathon, not a sprint, and they seem to be coming good.
Here's a cool moment that you'll appreciate, Mace. Had the opportunity to go down the field after calling the game for SEM. Was heading over to get Teddy for our man of the match.
I saw him all strapped up.
Yeah, all strapped up. And he didn't have his jersey on him, and he was holding a Knights jersey. So after the interview, right at the back end of the interview I asked him. I said, "Oh, do you mind asking? You got a Knights jersey?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, Gags come up to me." Yeah, and he just asked if he could have it, and he doesn't know whether it's going to be his last game or his last year and all that sort of stuff. And I was like, "Fuck, that's cool."
He's collecting, good.
Mate, he's collecting, and then I got it confirmed.
All the best players.
Well, that's what he said. So after I'd finished interviewing the Roosters players, because I only do the winners, I don't do the losers, just leave them alone. Had a couple of good chats ran into Matty Croker, ran into Jacob Saifidi, congratulate them on their season. And then had a chat to Gags, and I was like, "Oh, what's the go with the jersey swaps?" And he just goes, "Yeah, just trying to soak it all in, bro. Like, honestly, I don't know when.
Farewell to him.
I don't know if this will be the last year." He goes, "I feel like I want to play." He made that clear, but understanding that he's getting a little bit older now, and then you don't always get everything your own way. And he just said there's about half a dozen guys on his hit list, Teddy being one of them, that spent almost their entire careers going against each other. Yeah. It's got so much admiration and respect for him.
Love Gags.
And then he quickly got into me because we've both got a really strong relationship with Ches. He was just like, I don't want a Ches Rooster jersey. I want a Ches Manly jersey. Yeah. So he's going to get a Ches Manly jersey off him. And I just thought it was cool.
It is cool, man.
I felt like it was cool to ask the question, be down there to have that sort of access. And I said to him, "Gags, man, you're still doing the damn thing." Yeah. I said, "It's not you thinking about this." And he just goes, he understands that Father Time is undefeated, the way that teams look at contracts and all that, that it could be over at any time. So he's just appreciating where he's at.
I reckon he'd go another one.
And I know you've got a great relationship with him from your time and sort of nurtured him
Gags,
in those young
playing
years.
Outstanding.
So I thought you'd love that story.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. He's a good human, mate.
And then the other part for the Newcastle Knights fan base, and we all seen it on full display on the weekend, he couldn't stop raving about Fletcher Hunt. He goes...
I love him, mate.
We were chatting after, and I go, man, like it's like... After that, I was like, fuck, it's becoming a young man's game, isn't it? Like, these guys are going after it. He goes, bruh. He goes, I love the Fletchers. And he goes, I love Fletcher Hunt because he goes, he's about it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And I go, what do you mean? What do you mean? Because this is all like, I'm getting all information for us because I know you're going to love it as well.
On the radio? Is this live?
Nah, this is away from, this is an interview.
Loser, so
this is an interview.
He's not a loser.
You're calling him a loser. Why do you hate Gags for?
Jeez, Gags is a good bloke, mate.
I got a good Gags story.
No, you had
fucking hell.
Yeah, you got him on the sideline at the Origin game, didn't you?
He spotted me in the crowd when the Queensland won the Shield. He walked over and dapped me
That's
up.
pretty cool.
Awesome.
Anyway, and I go, yeah. I said, fuck, he played awesome today. He goes, you know what I love, bruh? And you'll fully appreciate this. He goes, yeah, he's got all that flashy stuff in him, but I love his play +1, +2 carries. I said, he'll take a carry, get licked, and keep getting back up. And I was like, mad. Because that's
important, mate.
That's important for us.
Because you see that.
Former players and knowing, all right, like what's guys
But you
like
see that as a player.
You do.
You're like, oh, if he wasn't taking those plays, he wouldn't have said anything about it.
Nah, he wouldn't.
Wow.
And he specifically highlighted both Fletchers. So what do you got for us?
I'm just looking. He's from Warren, which
it's
is
fucking
like
way out, mate.
inland from Dubbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, proper country boy.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
they got themselves a good one. And also another guy I thought was good. I've pronounced his name. I think it's this. It's only his second NRL game too.
Leilua.
Played against
The Leilua kid? The one who made
Manu Leilua. I think his name is.
He's got to be related to Luchin, doesn't he?
No. It's the full
Manu,
surname.
It's Manu Leilua.
His name's
so
Francis.
He's
Full
Francis.
last name.
So his name is Francis. I believe this is how you pronounce it. Francis Manu Leilua.
He's a gun.
Gun.
I
like him.
He's the one that we liked in the trials
Yes.
with the blonde hair.
Oh.
He's got a little.
Did he have blonde hair?
It was like, it's like a little crispy blonde. Like
He's a fucking gun.
Yeah.
No, that's him.
Yeah, he gets good.
Yeah.
He
Proper.
fatigued at the back end of the game.
So he should.
Yep. First 80-minute performance.
Yeah,
He
it's
was off the
fucking
bench in the first game.
Yeah.
They lost Thomas Kent just before the game. And I'm speaking to a few of the Knights boys as well. Just, mate, they're super proud of the effort that's been put in there. They've just got some young guys that are just learning how to play 80-minute footy. Similar to the Eels, I guess. A lot of veterans, but
They're on
then
their way up, mate.
a sprinkle of number
team,
youngsters as well.
that was a good game, pre-game at the pub to have that on. It was like a
That was
Yeah.
quality games on
It was
Sunday.
a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
And
Quality games.
Yeah.
Real
And
good
I've,
football.
So what do we got coming up this week?
Thursday.
Yeah, no, Thursday we'll be back. I'm just trying to think of some games that I've got that are coming up. I've got Anzac Day this week.
Oh, you're doing the at Allianz
On Saturday. I'm at Allianz again. So the Roosters Dragons. That is going to be highly emotional for a number of reasons, obviously.
Well, you looked great in that today, Mace.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, well done, Mace. Congratulations.
It looks
Parramatta
weird.
Eels bomber. It actually,
Surely the Bulldogs have got one.
They do. So
Fucking
they get the
send me
Vegas
one.
one.
I'm
They got a
getting
Vegas
straight
one.
up.
It's the same colorway.
you've got the beautiful skin to pull that off, no matter what colours, Mace. Mace
Don't
looks
worry
good in
about
any
that,
colours. All right, that's it
All
for this week. Another big round behind us and another big round coming up.
Doesn't
See you
stop.
on Thursday. Let's go.
See you later.
There you go.